All right. Hopefully the lighting's okay. We're live in the Legends of Tarot. This is trial number 2 today on the live stream. I'm pretty new to live streaming. But thanks for joining me here. It's 424 on a Wednesday, 2019, and this is a traditional Taurus kind of day for sure. I want to give a shout out to two old farmers that I know of in particular and say happy birthday. And the first farmer, and this is covering in the Legends portion of the program, I wanted to dedicate the first portion of the program to people watching in the future so that you can get like a 10-minute, like a daily read or whatever you might be able to take from the general message that came today. And I wanted to broadcast that to you in the first 10 minutes of the program so that you can, because your time is valuable, right? So won't take up too much. Okay, so let's get into the legend portion real quick. If you joined me earlier, sorry about the technical difficulties. If you couldn't hear me, I was having some troubles. Like I said, I'm new to this. So yeah, old farmers. It's that Taurus feel. We're also going to be talking a little bit today, if we really get to rambling, about Pluto being stationed conjunct the moon, just like stopping in, and how that involves actually a pretty significant energy because it's on the rare side of things. It is about the time space, underworld type stuff, and that kind of thing, and how it affects us, not just emotionally, but in all senses of the word. Okay, but that's actually happening tomorrow. But we're going to be looking at a couple days when we get into tarot and looking at the energy. All right, so without further ado, hopefully this comes up. Because I needed to read this one. It was a little more in depth for the Legends program. The first farmer that I found born on this day was the founder of the Old Farmer's Almanac. And I keep a copy. And it's why I wanted to mention happy birthday to Robert B. Thomas, who was an astronomer and a well-read person. He was into bookmaking, and so he came up with this creation. And that book, the Old Farmer's Almanac, is the longest tenured published book in American history. All right, and it's significant because his name, Robert B. Thomas, after all the years, even though he passed more than like 150, maybe even 200 years ago now. His name is the only name that still appears on the publication. So a great creator. In the age of print, he would have been the PewDiePie. He would have been the number one leading creator of his day, and to have such a legacy behind it. Okay, so that was kind of cool, I thought. The other one I want to say happy birthday to an old farmer that I know who was born on 424 in the Taurus season, a true Taurus, as it were, married to a beautiful Gemini, has a beautiful wife, Gemini. They've been married like 30 years, right? In a very progressive, very nurturing, very amazing type energy, right? And continuing to create, continuing to grow, continuing to harvest, continuing to plant new seeds, right? It's the farmer's way. It's the Taurus energy. We're live now in Taurus. So yeah. All right. Yeah, 3 minutes go by. We're going to get into some tarot for today and see what we can expect on the energies, or what tarot has to say for today. If you joined in, if you're a person here, say hi. For anybody that joins, there's going to be free cards afterwards. So that's what it is. Come for the video, stay for the show, and you might get like a nugget or two afterwards, kind of thing. All right. But for those of you watching in the future, or at any point today, or maybe years down the road, if it's been archived and you came across it, that's awesome. Now, it's not meant to present as linear, so this will be the reading for you. Hi, Misty. Hey, we actually left off waiting to do your reading yesterday, last time when we stopped. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hopefully you can. I don't know. I was having some problems earlier with the mic. Oh, excellent. Thank you so much. I had there were a couple other people here, and then all of a sudden, like, no sound, like internet bummed out type stuff, right? Oh yeah. Namaste. Thank you. That was awesome. Okay, I'm pulling some cards for the day, Misty, because like I said, I want to dedicate the first 5 to 10 minutes of the video for people watching in the future. Not always linear. Good morning, Kara. Hello, Kara. I'm on a little bit early today. I got some stuff going on It's just my schedule's all over the place. So, but anyways, we're going to cut the cards for 2019. Sorry, tarot. Got to hit backspace into the right year in here. Like I said, but if you're watching this years down the road in the future, you'll be able to maybe take something from this. It's not always linear. Okay, so let's see what's going on for the day. Wheel of Fortune. What a great card to see here. What a great day to get things moving, to feel uplifted and energized, right? Just by wherever you're going, or thoughts of like, it's not so bad. Thoughts of, you know what? Maybe sometimes it takes a little discomfort. It takes a little bit of opposition or contrast in life to actually realize that feeling okay means actually feeling pretty good. And at what point we want to remember to stand in appreciation of all the good things in our life and those that we share our love with, because that's the fortune in the wheel. The wheel might be taking the wheel, driving, taking control, or that kind of thing. I know, Missy, you were driving yesterday when we were doing cards. So it's kind of an interesting flow, right? So that's up in the overall energy. A big number 10 from the major arcana. That's a completion card. That's a roundabout. It could be a sign that as we've exited the Aries energy and into the Taurus, we can be expecting brand new things, especially with what's happening tomorrow with Pluto being stationed off the moon, about to go retrograde, and it's conjunct the moon when it goes stationary. So this is shining in things on like time, space, darkness, the unknown, the underworld, things of that nature, right? A ship passing in the night, or docking for a quick minute to say all board, like river Styx type stuff. It's a little taboo, and it even it's Pluto, right? So we got to remember, and it could be like very mystical, very esoteric, but even paranormal phenomenon and things like that, right? Where it's like, wow, all the things they talked about, like back to like weird coincidences, or only a genius could have found that person, or whatever it might be, like things like that coming when Pluto stations off the moon like that, about to go retrograde. All right, now we've got 8 of Cups here up for today. This card lets me know that you may be passing through the day, even though you might be effectively listening and being a part in observance. I feel you're going to do very well not to attach or take anything too seriously. Live this day more carefree, more like it could all go tomorrow and it wouldn't matter to me kind of thing, and be within your person, be within your body and yourself, and not lend too much outward anything to that was like kind of wanting out and reach out and grab and tug at your emotions kind of thing. Could be an emotional day for some people, or overly emotional day. Wherever you fall in on that spectrum, you allow the emotional people to be emotional, but don't be the company that enjoys the misery if the emotion is a negative one. You need to focus. You can help, but you don't want to get emotionally caught up in it, especially if it's other people's jargon. Oh, another wheel up here. This one comes in the form of the 9 of Cups, because the 9, even right away makes that perfect semicircle, and you're there. You're the 10. You're the object of someone's desire. You're the fulfillment. You're the apple of someone's eye, and that's a great card to see there too. So be confident today, and know that your fulfillment is coming from an inner light that's shining within, and that's what's already been satisfied is your love of self and your care for your journey and for yourself. So that's really nice to see that too. All right. Well, we got a dirty old King of Pentacles up there. What's he up to? This is the old farmers we talked about. This is like, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope the weather is nice where you're at. And I hope, not too much goes against what you need to do in order to progress, because sometimes we stand a little firm, a little rigid, a little too unwavering, which is okay, but it goes on that where it is self-protection becomes being overly self-defensive in a comfort zone, in an area where it's like maybe you just don't see it the same way as another person. And earth signs could be very much into their own journeys today. That's all that might, for a lighter daily energy, that might be all of that's saying. It's like, if you have a Capricorn, if you have a Taurus or a Virgo in your life, or if you are that, you may find yourself just very into what you're doing, not wanting to. Ooh, just about lost all the cards here. I use the Mythic and Mystic Dreamers Tarot. This is good cards for me. I've had them for a while. Just got back from Spain. Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Amazing synchronicities. Discussing farming. Yeah, it's old Farmers Day. Yeah, that's 424. The legendary ties to the earth, the root chakra, agriculture, animal husbandry, everything that has brought us through, the dark ages, the Renaissance, the technological, the Iron Age, all that, the age of industry, and now technology is like exponentially growing. So I think that the synchronicities exponentially grow as well. And so Saturn's doing this dance with Pluto as well. They're both going to station off the moon, but Pluto's kind of stopping to take them both in. And it's like, wow, reality, how are you affecting the daily life of us, right? I'll speak of the collective, right? And then, Pluto could make that judgment to be like, well, that's not cool, right? So and so, like they need more room, they need more expression, they need to be able to dive deeper. A growth could feel limited based on the environment, that sort of thing. So I hope the season for growing is not being too rough on you. I know, like down in the south, they're like getting like crazy pollen, and it's the more subtle earth changes. Everybody talks about, oh, the sky's doing this, the sky's doing that. What's going on within the earth itself, right? In terms of earth changes, things like that. A hot topic, a trending topic of the last 50 years, right, or whatever they call it, a jubilee. So let's be in jubilations. Let's be happy. Let's celebrate this 424. This is a Wednesday. This is a solar plexus chakra day. The willpower. So tarot's kind of like, yeah, I can give you guidance, but this is typically a willpower day. You can do it. You can make it. I picture that old Adam Sandler thing. You can do it, right? And that's a message maybe we want to go on. For anyone that is watching in the future, that pretty much concludes the daily portion. Now, for all the people that have just arrived and want to do some cards after, we're going to hang out for a little while, but I know your time is valuable. So that's the gist of the day. And those are kind of like the headlines of the day, like Sailor Pluto off Sailor Moon, right? And that was actually a thing in the what is it, anime world or comic world, is Sailor Moon. You might have heard of it. It's very, very popular amongst that generation and that genre. And there's a character called Sailor Pluto. Sailor Pluto, I never watched the show, but this came across in terms of looking at this connection between Pluto retrograde and the moon, is that this character that was developed for this series, probably by an astrologer and astronomer, her name was Sailor Pluto. And Sailor Pluto was the gatekeeper of time, space, darkness, and the underworld. And like, coincidentally, no, it's like somebody was like a gist of the whole energy and what that meant, and then wrote it into anime. Very cool. Very good. Namaste, Enigma. Kara, hello. Misty, hello. Hello, everybody that may be here and not chatting. Not sure. I want to let you guys know I just got a little bit of tinnitus, a little bit of ringing in my ears right there. And we had some trouble with this sound earlier today. So this is like our second try at this. So hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully you're all in a place of joy, bliss, peace, abundance, and happiness. I'm on a little early this morning. And so, yeah, there we go. And I felt bad because there were a couple others that were here that are no longer here for the quick 10-minute spell that I had. And then we had to end the stream and start again. So we've been having our technical difficulties in our bumpy ride for sure. All right. You're currently building an in-house grow machine. Nice. That is awesome. Yeah, a little terrarium. Yeah, my farmer friend in Taurus, born on 424 today. We talked about last time we saw each other about like a little terrarium, or like a little like place to nurture the seedlings aside from what goes on. Yeah, I did. I said I like right there when I was talking about Sailor Moon and that, I was just like got this ring in my ears, like somebody hit me with a shockwave weapon from, or I don't know. I'm not familiar with that series, but I just found it uncanny how that was written in. When we look at the traditional lore of Pluto, what it typically is, right? Maybe going on beyond, wanting to go beyond, right? Hello, Enigma Peace. Yeah. And Spain from England. Wow, and it's raining there. Oh, Kara, I hope you're staying warm and dry. I heard it always rains there. It's my goal to be more worldly and come and see all of the other places of the world one day. But for now, we're just here in the Matrix doing some tarot cards, spitting a little bit of tarot. Okay. Yeah, I managed to catch me live again. It's because I publish a 10-minute video per day to look at the cards of the day, Kara. And then whoever sticks around, we can just chat for as long as people want to chat. And it's just the way I'm kind of like formatting it just to see, right? Just to see. Keep the island of Tonga in your thoughts. We just got news today they want our help. We are so excited. That's interesting. That has me intrigued, Misty. The island of Tonga and your positive thoughts. Maybe something went down. Something go down, because you will please have to forgive my ignorance there, because I do detach from the rhetoric that dominates the media, which unfortunately is the same source I need to rely upon for things like if there was something going on in Tonga and I never heard about it, because I've found I've had to completely detach from that at this portion of my journey, because I can't blend it to the energy that it asks for to understand it or to enjoy it, or I don't know, the whole reality. Like, I don't get political or like to talk about aliens or anything on this channel. I like to keep it just strictly in the harmony of the ascension process for those of us that have awakened and that are doing our work to bring it all together for one another. So yeah, I will pray for the island of Tonga. Positive thoughts and prayer are maybe synonymous in terms of that, right? So we are so excited. I hope everybody's excited. It rains every day. Would much rather be in the States, be in stateside. Yeah, it's about the snow and rain here where I'm at. Can you believe it is April and it's like, oh, good chance it's gonna snow again one more time, just one last blast. Oh my goodness. Wow. You just made my day. Wow. Misty, thank you. Thank you so much. Here's to you. I want to show you the water of infinite abundance that I appreciate you for allowing to flow right there. And your thumbnail photo is a little bit bigger in the super chat, and you look like a very beautiful woman. Yeah, I almost get the sense that the happiness permeates on different levels, on different plateaus through the etheric. You are a very powerful. You have a very powerful smile, and you have a very powerful look about you. And I wanna say thank you for the abundance, how it flows, how it transfers. The cup that was empty will soon be full, and the cup that is full will soon be empty. And the cup that is neither half full nor half empty, we pray that forever will remain at half. Thank you so much. And I will pray for Tonga. I will. I want to research it once we're done here. I want to find out what's going on there, because that is, and so it is. Yeah, it is. The appreciation, the thanks, an appreciative day, right? What would the earth be without the oceans? And what would the ocean be without the earth, right? So inhospitable, so in perfect harmony with one another. Now, Misty, is there anything that I can do to reciprocate in terms of readings, cards? Of course, I'll offer, right? Because, and so it is. Thank you. Hi, blah blah. Hope you can hear me now. I'm sorry for the failure in the sound system. Everybody on our second go round, our second try, has been pretty pleased, and definitely for those of you that will watch later and are sticking around, thank you for being here. We're celebrating Wednesday, 424 in Taurus season. A beautiful day about agriculture, growth, being connected to Earth. Even though it's a root chakra Wednesday, we are definitely feeling that connection to the root chakra. You might be even feeling it in your physical self. There could be things going on where it's just like you've got your feet firmly planted today, right? Oh, thank you, Misty, and you as well. I'm when I see you there in your thumbnail, on the enlarged thumbnail for the donation there, the warmth of your look and your smile is really like, it's really pronounced. So I have a feeling you carry that with you, no matter if you're in front of the camera or not, right? And I try to do the same, right? I'm on a little early today. My schedule's been a little bit all over the place. And yeah, you can definitely get a reading, blah, blah. Especially for me, putting you through the rigmarole of like logging in. Oh, what? I can't hear him. Stream ended, blah, blah, blah. And I reconnected again. So thank you for reconnecting on the double. on the double, blah blah. You did it twice, just like yeah, a Robert Loblaw. We all call him Bob. It's Bob blah blah, right? He's a good guy. He's a good guy. You can get a reading. Let's do some cards for blah blah. And Misty, let's pull a 5D card, especially just for you and for the group that's here that was able to just like see that. And thank you so much. And we could maybe see, we keep Tonga in our positive thoughts. We want to keep Tonga in our positive thoughts. All right. So we did it, and it was fun. And it was fun. We're going to look back and say, and it was yesterday, and it was fun. And that's it. It goes by so fast sometimes. We know, right? I want to know about my life. Oh, yeah, I feel you, blah, blah. Don't we all want to know, right? Are you feeling negativity around me? And you want to know what to do about your Leo? Don't worry. The negative feeling around you might be just an astrological anomaly that's occurring right now. Pluto's stationed off the moon, about to go retrograde. It kind of stopped on a dime. And that's a quick zooming little zinger of a planet out there in Pluto. And it's kind of docking for a moment there with the moon to affect us. Its purpose almost is for the affection and the affectedness that it's showing. It's like the Titanic or a dark ship coming in on a stormy night, and it's staying there to be like, okay, can we have safe passage? Can we all get together on the same page to be in awareness that there is more to the 3D. I know it probably and for each of us, it will kind of present differently because it's based on like the certain skeletons that may be in the closet or the particular demons that we may have long since defeated, and we're kind of like still there. Okay, wow, we got the Queen of Fire up, came out. Okay, and that's good because whatever it is, blah blah, and whatever is going on, it's about the support. Now, Missy, you mentioned that you were excited that you were able to help someone. And this Queen of Wands, this Queen of Fire, this is that supporting energy, all right? She's the Queen of clubs in the playing, and if you're playing crib or poker, and that's her. And she so often goes unnoticed and maybe unappreciated to the point where, that support had to come from the purest of the place because that person became a vehicle for that message or that avenue or that action of support that you received or that you gave. So this is like when you think of like golden light healing meditations or like the golden light that they say when that protective golden light. This is what this means on the etheric realm. This is the support of that. Okay, so this is like shielding. This is like a proper shielding, even blah blah. If you're taking this in as well, a proper shielding of what you can do in defense against feeling that negativity. It's important that you connect with that. And usually, this is more crown chakra stuff too. So we're connected to the earth on 424. We're feeling the Wednesday solar plex chakra energy, and now we're saying, look at this. And this is fire too. So this is a direct root crown chakra connection. A good day to align your energies, to align your body, to align yourself. If you're not getting any support, it is long overdue, blah, blah. I think that if it's uncovered, it could be there. The fact that we're looking at this darkness and this Pluto thing going on, it just means that you may have to seek out. You may have to reach out, okay? And reaching out, and it's not easy for everybody. You may not be feeling like it's like, well, what avenue is there to reach out if it is emotionally based or if it's based on a passion or a desire, right? Science counselors, doctors, they don't pay any attention to that. But that's important while you're here, right? I hope that I'm supporting you, blah, blah. I hope that these messages that are coming through tarot are supporting you because that's the whole purpose or the reason that I do it. And if you're not in the best place today, then that's tough. We're going to do your cards in a second, blah, blah. I just want to pull a 5D card as well for the support and the help that Misty is sending for the island of Tonga. And I don't even know what's going on because I'm not abreast I'm not privy to the news stuff. As what was his name said in the Big Lebowski? I forget his name. He's an actor. He's passed now. And Jeff Bridges said it to him. And he says, you're not privy to the new information. You're not privy to it. You don't know about it yet. And that's the positive part of this Pluto station off the moon. It's because it is opening a door into more unknowable. There's people that say, well, some things are unknown, some things are unknowable. But when you get like a hot glimpse or a quick magnifier, when Pluto is like kind of stopped and it's like stationed tight to the moon, you can get a good long look and you can be like, wow, I've never seen into that before. I've never investigated. I never even thought about researching that before. And then all of a sudden you could find a level of inspiration. You could find a level of like a new path or a new way, a new purpose in the steps, some pop in your walk or some hop in your pop kind of thing, right? And that's really good. Makes me really happy. An attorney. I just won your first case? Yes. Yes. Okay. We had water from Misty. We're gonna have the lawyer cheers of coffee with Enigma. Enigma Peace. Peace. You guys ever watch he's called Infinite Waters. I think his name's Ralph. And he does inspirational videos. He actually inspired me to like be more involved with YouTube. But he starts out his videos and he goes, peace. And I just love that. That just touches me. If you have never checked Ralph out, it's worth, even just for a little while. There's so many good people, benevolent people on YouTube. And that's what I truly love about it. And I think one day our little niche, our little like benevolent people niche, we might be able to take it over. Time goes. That just seems like a benevolent. We're going to take it over, but we're going to do it with benevolence. So you'll have no choice but to hear. Oh, and the connection is unstable. It's buffering. No. Hello. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, blah blah. We'll pull some cards for you. It's buffering. Maybe you're feeling like your situationship is suffering, right? So we're going to get a little tougher and not worry about the ring so much. We're going to take a look in at your Leo. We'll take a look in at you. Okay. Actually, wow. That is devastating. That is devastating. Unreal. Up where I'm at, we're more concerned about the fires and the crops. It's getting very dry. Wow, Misty, and you're dealing with water. That's hurting, right? That's so interesting. How delicate. How much have we? You see Bruce Willis in Die Hard, or you see like James Bond kicking ass and taking names. It's so funny how we can become so removed from how fragile we are and how fragile the system, the whole system, really is. Right? It's like when Jennifer Lawrence shoots her air ball at the top of the Hunger Games dome, and all the lights, all the thing goes out. It's to be in remembrance, because that affects our food. The whole Bumblebee thing and everything. I'm going to stop right there because I don't like to be political or talk about that kind of stuff too much, right? Okay. Blah, blah. I'm going to cut your cards now, okay? I had the Leo. I was able to multitask here. I was able to get that done. When I say multitask, I was able to fail at two things twice. But thankfully, tarot is true. And tarot has a message for you. And thank you for tuning back in today. I'm glad you see a little bit of support here. If there's no light to be found, let your inner light shine and reflect back on it. It's the only real channel message I can give you right now, blah, blah, is that the support and the light, it's like almost has that feeling of that place, like it's got to come from within, right? Solar plexus chakra day, the will within, the will to carry on. What is it? Yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. And that was just like John Cougar's way of like communicating to us that, eventually when you're the young generation, one day you're not going to be the young generation anymore. You're going to be the one that's going to be like, oh, wow, that's, we may not always be in it for the swing of it, the roaring 20, the swing of things, right? And then you take a step back from it and you go within, you find that inner light and you get it. Okay, about the Leo. Something's faded in this relationship. There is a point of uncertainty, unknowing that it's like you're waiting to hear a response, you're waiting to hear back, or you've been in a long time in some confusion about what it all stands for or what it really means. Okay, those crows up top, you see them there. Are they tying the strings, or are they pecking away at the strings to release the hangman? I think the latter is true. I think the crows are there to release the binds, that which binds him. Okay. And the crow, the corvid, the raven, even the Odin's ravens show up here. They remember people. They're in remembrance. This Leo hasn't forgot about you. This Leo hasn't been able to fully move on past perhaps whatever they made, how they made you feel, right? But the bonds will be loosened, and it is a matter of time. Okay. Number 12, major arcana. Do I see you being together? Not yet, I don't, because there's something fated here. There's something fated to occur in one of your timelines. The two vines are growing up here. See that? Two vines, two timelines, right? And then a crow on top of each timeline. And they're either tightening the bonds, or they're loosening the bonds. Okay. Or hopefully they're on the same page and one's not tightening them and one's not loosening them. So you fall to one side or the other. So to answer your question, blah, blah, I don't see it yet. We're going to pull 3 more cards. Tarot wants us to know more. And the Hangman's a tough one for me as a reader, because it's like, tread lightly. I can't make a promise. I can't make a promise. I can only give direction. Okay. Somebody's recently given up on more of on some old way of being. It could be like a bad habit or an older energy that had them stuck. Has recently released somebody in this relationship, and this Leo of yours, I have a feeling that there could be some addictive tendencies or qualities. Could be sex, could be booze, could be anything, could be gambling, could be something. I feel your Leo has recently come to terms with something that was holding them back. Okay. And I think that they may even be have a healthy addiction for you. But and as far as being together, this Leo has some cleanup to do. They can't just walk away from this thing. They have to like clean up their own mess or something like that. Okay. It has that feeling to it. It's like, you're not going to watch TV until you've cleaned up your dishes, kind of thing. Or it's like, you're not ready to move on to a next person until you have closure with a last relationship, or with somebody that you knew before, kind of thing. This Leo has some cleanup to do. And I think that's why we're seeing delay here, blah, blah. Okay. Sees you, to be honest, sees you as single, sees you as available, sees you as the lady in the garden. Very beautiful. You're a part of that Zen garden. But it makes me wonder if he hasn't believed it for himself yet. I think he sees it. He's aware of it. Leo, I'm assuming he, but it could be she, right, is seeing it, but is not convinced or not in belief yet. Like, it's like that thing that's right in front of you, but don't notice it because it's right there. I almost have a feeling like he does. He sees you like the lady of the garden, and he sees you in prominence, and how I think there's something that lets me know he's seen you at your best time and also potentially at your worst time, right? But so there could be some apprehension there, and there could be a lack of communication or a great deal of distance between you, as leading to why you're not seeing the two of you together as of right now. But look at that, very end of the reading. That is a positive sign, blah, blah, that there are more good memories to come. Once you go through the cycle of the pip cards, like say you go Ace of Wands to 10 of Wands, or Ace of Cups to 10 of Cups, it's like a playground slide. You go back to the bottom and you start again from a new vantage point, from a new beginning, from a new purpose. So this card, when we see it nicely, people see marriage. Look, the ravens are there again. Or at least one of them is. I think the other one's back there. See how they returned and they brought forward a shelter or understanding, right? I think you will find that with each other, right? It might not be what you can reach out and grasp right now in the tangible world, but it's asking you for a celebration or alignment for what's within, to be in certainty that the love that is shared, the love that was created, has not been forgotten. A crow, a raven, the corvid, they'll salvage anything. Hell, they pick up nuts and bolts from my driveway and find them in my tree 2 years later, right? It's no, this is a strong passion. This is more like he wants to share romantically like you. Interested sexually, yes, but interested sexually in you as and in a monogamous sense. And it's like he would rather not have multiple partners, friends with benefits, as he would be as to be with you. So absolutely in a good way. Absolutely, right? The rays of the return to what was unknown will be satisfied. The veil, the protective barrier will be built for that. Okay? Protective barriers. Yeah. So what about your current boyfriend? Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. You hit me with that. And it's like, wow, we poured all this love to like strengthen the bond and the connection here, and then just be like, okay, well, who's number two, right? I think your Leo. I think your Leo is faithful to you and respects you, especially if you are in an open relationship where you're having other boyfriends and girlfriends, right? Yeah, you got me. You got me good. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm just going to take time to reconnect. We did our first individual reading, which are free, and we've done the Legends of Tarot portion. We've been talking about Jupiter. That was yesterday. We're talking about Pluto being stationary, stopped on a dime, just right off the moon. There, just they're sharing a parking space. There's somebody's double parked out there. Even Saturn's involved, but most of that's happening tomorrow. Today we're calling it 424 Taurus Day, an Old Farmer's Day, creation of the Old Farmer's Almanac, the creation of new food, the creation of that which keeps us real, keeps us alive, keeps planet Earth moving, right? All right. Oh, and I got a pen and paper today too. So I don't do the moderator thing. I don't even really know what's involved so much with that. But the main thing is that I don't have a moderator right now because I want to be in a place where I recognize everyone that comes into the chat. And I don't want to see anybody kicked out because I was busy doing a reading and they might have said something that upset somebody else or nothing like that. We're just a small little tribe, a small little clan over here. Hi, Robert. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Yoon. Thanks for being here again today. All right. Time's ticking on me. I've got about 2 hours and 15 minutes that I can still contribute today before I absolutely have to go. You are very sweet as well. Me and my own. Welcome to our little tribe. Welcome to our little corner. Please find welcome, sanctuary, and comfort. I'll even just keep you company for a little while. Lots of people listen while they work, while they go, and you are welcome here. So thanks for being here and being engaged, right? Yeah, okay, Ayun is here. So we have Rob Kraft and we have Robert Kraft. Is that a coincidence? What? Is that a coincidence? Did you guys see that in the chat? There was like a Rob Kraft and then a Robert Kraft. So maybe it is a computer glitch. We've been glitchy all day here. The first run, blah, blah was there for it, blah, blah, blah. And we had to shut her down because there was no sound, right? Oh, is your other account, Robert? Okay. Yeah, cool. That just had me. I was like, man, synchronicity. God bless you, Enigma. Thank you. And I hope you were able to take something good. It was all about those ravens for me. It was like it has. I don't know if your Leo friend is Norse, but yeah, we can get you back on the list to look at your current boyfriend. But I want to get the new people. Hi, Priyanka. Good morning. I was into some cards there, so I want to just catch up with everybody that has joined and tell you I appreciate you guys' support and hanging out with me. This has been a great way to spend a day for me for the last little while. I'm talking a little bit about the conjunctions tomorrow too, because I'm not 100% certain that I will be here. All right, look. The Ace of Swords. The pen is mightier than the sword. I'm going to bring some law and order around here. I'm going to start writing down some names, that kind of thing. All right. So let me scroll up in the chat. And as well, it was buffering, right? And then we got, okay. Misty, I'm going to pull some cards for the situation we got going on down there, and I want to see if I can channel any loving energy, send any loving energy down that way. 4424 Taurus Day. Maybe it'll go down in legend. Maybe 500 years from now, in some galaxy far, far away, they'll separate 424 Taurus Day, right? We want to love Gaia and express our love for Gaia and the Earth as part of our appreciation while we're waiting for our lovers to come to us, or while we're waiting for our lives to reach that next step in that new plateau, no matter what that might be, right? Appreciation of that which supports us. That Queen of Fire was up there. This day is all about the support as well. Okay. Priyanka, I'm well. Do you want to be on the list? Enigma was here early. So I'm going to go Enigma, Robert. So I appreciate you, Robert, for being here. Okay. See, I'm writing. I got a list started. Block the Ace of Swords, come down and dance, right? See, I do this in reality. I've got Ace of Swords, and then like for example, it's like I've got Two of Cups, right? I help make manifest that which message comes through. I keep Two Cups live because you know what? When I have a bestie or I have a bae or I have a girlfriend, then I already got Two Cups. And so it's like paving the way for that to come into my life. Those little type of nuances and things. The mind is an amazing center, or the vortex, as they call it over there in some circles. Right? Me and my own. Yeah, you were here early. You don't have to pay, especially being new. Okay, I'm gonna sneak you in right after Robert. Me and my own. Okay, because you're new here, and the readings are typically like 5 minutes, and then I need like a 5-minute breather in between just to like reset the energy. Okay, you're very welcome. You thank Misty for supporting the channel. That was a huge donation. That was an amazing donation, and she's definitely helping keep the channel going, or bringing those levels of interaction up there so that we can get our message of benevolence and peace and the tarot messages out to all that they are helping, right? And that kind of thing. Okay, me and my own, we'll get you in after Robert. Thanks once again, Misty. You rock. You are super awesome. So we're going to pull that card first. Me and my own. Ayun, yes, let's get you in there, Ayun. You were here yesterday, and I appreciate you for hanging out with us. That is fantastic. I like doing these cards for you guys. I really do. I wish I didn't have a 2:30 appointment, and it literally is for 2:30. For those of you that have noticed the last couple of days, the side of my face has looked a little mangled. It's because I took a blow there, and it's just like, I've been hurting for a little bit, so I gotta go see the blacksmith. If you know what I mean, I gotta go see him at 2:30. So, and that's Mountain Time. So I'm like aligned up there with the Rockies. So. And I'm on a little bit early today. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's get focused here. So hard to do the focus. Right? Used to be the phone would ring, I pick it up. Hello, the $2.99 a minute. Right? People paid ridiculous prices back in the day for tarot readings over the telephone. It was out of control, man. Out of control. Keeping me on my toes. Yes. So I think that's everybody. If there's anybody's name, Priyanka, I'm sorry, Priyanka. Hopefully, it's been a while. I'm going to write you down. Just if you're around, that's good. Time it out. So, Priyanka, that would leave you about 6. So, 5, 10. That would leave you about an hour from now. I know your guys' time is valuable, and I respect it. Okay, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's everybody. So, great. Ace of Swords has done its work, right? So, and then that way, if new people come in, if you want to give up your spot, you always can. Or if you got to go, just let me know. That's cool. That's really cool of you. All right. We pulled that support card. I want to, this thing with the brackets, with the farmers going on, I want to look at that one more time here before we go into a few more individual readings, because I love the collective. I love the group. And that's kind of for you guys that have just joined. That's what we've been talking about, 424 Taurus Day, the old Farmer's Day. The birth of the old Farmer's Almanac, the guy that developed that back in the 1700s. He was born today, and I have an old farmer friend who was actually born on 424. And grows food. Much respect, ton of respect to those that do it. Okay. All right, one card for Misty, for Tonga, for the farm aid relief. Okay. What do we got now? Destiny. Reminds me of that Zeppelin jam. Good times, bad times. You know I've had my share. Ba-ma-na-ma-na-na-na-na-na-na. And I still don't seem to care. Well, maybe it's destiny. Maybe it's time the destiny started caring. And maybe it's time we started caring a little bit more of destiny. We can let go of being so affected until something very traumatic or very unsettling does affect us. And then when we realize, hey, being okay is actually really good, because we're thankful that the pain isn't worse, that the drought isn't worse, that the problems of the world today are not any worse, right? And a special respect and thanks to those who have chosen their destiny to make the world a better place. It is your destiny. In my best James Earl Jones voice, it is your you have arrived at your destination, right? That kind of thing. But this is a lot of respect, a lot of inspiration. This is the growth. This is the development of human bonds, and not like binding in a bad way, but the bond, the positive ones that you've created, those super elastic rubber bands that give you the liberation plus the connected feeling all at the same time, and they don't upset you, and they don't F with your mindset because of here, not there, or stretched, not stretched in the super rubby band, right? It's like sometimes it's like, remember the bouncy ball you used to get coming out of the Kmart in the little quarter machine? You get that as a kid, and you rip it across a parking lot, and it took like 17 bounces, and then eventually ended up in the gutter or a place where you didn't want it to be. You don't want to be the rubber ball. You want to be grounded in your destiny, and be observant of how high flying the energy can be if you are awareness of your destiny and you're aligned with it, and you're not caught up in things that might be flowing the opposite direction, water that might be in a place where it's not supposed to be, or fire raging on in a place where we wanted to go. Well, that is, as Bob Dylan would say, a simple twist of fate, right? Or a simple shift in the destiny. Sometimes we're on our path, and the garden, the Zen garden, can become so overgrown when we're just trying to get over there and look at that flower. It gets so overgrown, we got to stop and take some time and say, all right, well, we haven't been around the outside in a little while. We haven't thought about putting or focusing energy in this method or this fashion. So perhaps there will become, Misty, a new form of or a new fashion or a new way of helping these farmers, treating this water problem. There could be some new innovative technology or some divine interaction or discovery about that thing, right? It's like when somebody lets go of the dam and you didn't expect it, right? Or it's like when somebody contributes at a level so much that you didn't expect it, like you contributed to the channel this morning. You may find that this pastor or some company comes in and contributes tenfold or 300,000 times fold what you just did right now because of the butterfly effect or the little thing that you did to help our group out this morning, bring our group together as a part of your destiny. Okay, so Misty, that one was for you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. I'll come back and listen to you. Yeah, for sure. If you're not here, I'll just keep like shimmering you down on the list, Ayun. And then that way, well, yeah, because you're up fifth, so you want to get me here about 45 minutes to an hour. Your pizza will be hot and fresh 45 minutes. It's not oven. It's cooking. It's cooking. It's getting kind of heavy. It's getting kind of heavy. And it does. It might feel like that for some of you over the next little while. Blah, blah, and I were talking about why does everything seem so oddly negative or weird? And we've been talking today as well about this Pluto stationary, Pluto about to go retrograde, and it's doing right as it's conjunct with the moon. So it's like all aboard here. This is like we're going on a journey, right? And so it's thank you, Misty. Thank you so much. All right, just a little bit of time to reset, and then Enigma, we're gonna get in, and we're gonna talk about what's going on there. Enigmatic piece. And you guys are so funny because you can have so much fun with me, because the reading that I did for you yesterday, or that I may have done for you yesterday, I've completely let it go. I've completely forgot almost everything that I know when it regards to your situation. On an off chance, I might remember or recall what your sign is. But for the most part, it's like I'm really an open reader. I'm a loose program, if you will. I'm a rough go away. And there are some loose programs out there when it comes to the world of live tarot, but I wanted to let you know that I put my personal stamp on the authenticity of this. Do I got a bat in the cave, right? How's it looking? Is it just staring you all in the face kind of thing? And I don't mind, and I don't mind that you come. I just want you to know that you could have a little bit of fun with me, because I may not remember what I said about you and your partner, or you and your focus yesterday, but I let tarot tell the story, and it's going to show what it wants to show on how it's for today. Obviously, you and I are far away, connected in the matrix, and then we're reading for that third party who's even further removed, and we're trying to triangulate that energy to make it happen, right? Pythagorean would be proud of us here on this little corner of YouTube. On 424, it's a solar plexus Wednesday, and it's Taurus 424. We're live in Taurus. Thanks for joining us on the Legends of Tarot. I wish you all the best, peace, bliss, joy, abundance, abundance. Maybe we could get more out of abundance. Maybe abundance could even be more abundant if it was called abundance, right? It would be super awesome. And you're super awesome, Misty. Thanks, me and my own. I love them too. I'm almost like, I'm getting that point where I like get nervous, where I'm like, oh, I hope I'm not wearing them out. I feel like I'm wearing them out. I was like, I would start with the exact same deck, and I would start it fresh and new. But I would be so sad to let go of all the energy, all the readings, and all the good times. And you know what I do? I got to count them. It's been a few days. I'll tell you a story. When I used to read over the phone on the 1-900 lines, I kept my cards at my office, and I was shaking them. And I was, on a 2-month, 3-month kind of stretch there, where I was just working. I was just in there doing all the readings, going in every day and putting the time in. And then I realized, hey, I have not seen the 3 of Cups in months. And a reading came up where it like had to do with some like direct like social ambiguities and stuff like that. And I was like, why isn't the 3 of Cups here? Right? Because it was one of those readings that should have said. And then I thought, oh my God, where is my 3 of Cups? And it really like brought me right out of the reading. I had to apologize to the lady and be like, can you call me back in 5 minutes? And sure enough, I went through only 77 cards. What? What's going on? And it had fallen behind my desk and was stuck up against the wall. I read tarot for like 3 months without the 3 of Cups. You believe that? Well, it's amateur hour. It's rookie time. That's rough go, loose program stuff, right? But it's okay. Loose go and rough go. It's time for Pluto. Pluto is going to do a little dance. It's going to affect us all. It wants to affect us. That's its purpose. That's its driven purpose. And it's like Saturn's just kind of like there. I'm usually the one affecting you, and Pluto's like, no, we're double parked here. I need to see what's going on. I need to see what's happening with these people in terms of their strengths, their responsibilities, their spiritual journeys. It's almost like the divine being able to peek in at you while you stare out at like some unknowable, unknown darkness. It's got this weird gatekeeper of time and space kind of feel to it. And for all the OG subscribers that followed me back in like 2017, I would start all my readings with, thank you for joining me in this moment in space and time. And I want to thank you for joining me here today. We got about an hour and a half. Okay, so I got to get going. Got to get going for you guys. All right. So if I don't feel like anything's missing. I really don't. I think it's all there. But I'm going to check. I'm going to check. Not right now. Because if it happens, guess what? Happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Don't you just want to throw milk in that person's face? Everything happens for a reason. It's like, you don't even understand it. You don't even understand it. Hi, is a Queen Bee. Welcome. You would be about number 7 in line, in all honesty. What would take your pizza would be ready in about 75 to 90 minutes, to be honest with you. Because I got my Ace of Swords out today, and I actually made a list. Okay? I can flip one card for you to find out if your marriage will work. That's a simple yes, no. Okay? Then I'm going to start putting my energy into Enigma. Okay? She is here and been waiting for a time. And thank you for being here. Will is a Queen Bee's marriage work? Just simply cutting the deck. 8 of Cups. Unknown. Unknown in the super unknown. I'd have to do a deeper reading for you. So the 8 of Cups says, this is emotionally challenging at this time. And there is some aspects that need to be looked in deeper. Tarot just said 8 of Cups. No, I can't tell you with the one card. So I tried. I tried. It's like loop 10, the computer, the server you are looking for cannot be found, right? That kind of thing. I know. I would like to do. I'm going to put you on the list right now. Then we're going to do Enigma. Enigma. Did you have a special question, Enigma, or did you just want a general? Is that Isabel? Okay, we do a little sidetrack to have a little bit of fun. Oh yeah, that's right. You won your first case. Congratulations. Like I said, I let go fast because it's like we're hanging out in a party type environment. You got to talk to Charlie, then you're talking to Diane, then you're talking to Chuck, and then you're over there talking to Susie, and then something else happens, and Kelso comes through the door, and now you're talking to him, right? So it's like kind of cool that way. So congrats on that win, Enigma. That's awesome. And politics in the future. How would it be? My focus is on underprivileged, disabled, in civil cases. You can bring the enigmatic piece to situations. I think if you put your focus on what you already know to be in your potential, in your infinite potential of yourself, and you allow yourself growth in those highlights, and you allow yourself growth in that, I think that you will be able to touch base with a future timeline that already exists for yourself, where that has happened. Okay, I think there's a level of prominence in what you're doing and the motivations behind it. That Queen of Fire 5D card that we pulled, that was absolutely up your alley when we want to talk about the context of the underprivileged in the cases. I don't get into politics on this channel, but I can appreciate you if you're wanting to make a change in the world, make the world a better place as part of your destiny. And if you view it as part of your destiny, as a part of your life's purpose and mission, you will make it happen. No hands down. You won't be an outside effect of something else happen. Like it didn't happen to you that politics chose you, right? Or that being a successful lawyer and defending the underdog and the little guy happened to you. You went out in the world and you did that. A simple shift of thinking. We've had the Hangman up, and we've had the Card of Destiny up, and we've had the Wheel of Fortune up. So these are things to be mindful for this day, especially as Saturn shares that station off the moon with Pluto, right? It's like Pluto's like kind of pointing the finger at Saturn. It's being like, no, the beings, the humans are not the outside of effect of their fate and destiny. The beings affect, they create, they make their fate and destiny, right? So I think the answer to that is yes, okay? But let's pull some cards for Enigma Peace, right? Congrats on that win. Congrats on that win. We've got 9 of Pentacles, okay? Take care of you. Remember, success, the foundation of success is based in how well you're feeling, okay? It's tough to help the little guy if you're not 100% yourself. Stay on guard for personal health through this next little while, because that will assist you. That will be an energy that you can align with to help promote that. Anything exercise-based, diet-based, getting over anything that you might be feeling, okay? Here we go. Reversal, right? So a broader focus in the overall energy. I think that's good because you got that first win under your belt. So you weren't so like, snap, right? You weren't like, I got to get it. This is more like, I got it. Now I can look. Now I can take some time. I can slow the heck down and like get some things in order and get some plans written down and stuff like that. And actually be a little bit more responsible to that destiny itself. Okay. So that's good. That's good to see that reversal in the overall energy. Nice. Star. We talked about that. Yeah, it was the channel message and the tarot cards. Sometimes they are like super bang on, and it flows like you just feel that peaceful, content pace of the river, so to speak, and you're not fighting against it, or you're not like trying to catch your breath in terms of what is the tarot meaning in relation to the channel message. Sometimes it's very, very concurrent. It is because we just talked about this, right? This is you in that point of realization. This is you saying, okay. Now I've understood. Now I can stand up. Now I can get going. It's not something that's out of my reach. You know, I don't have to dream about Tallahassee. I can go to Tallahassee. Let's get on the bus or start my car or whatever it is, right? I don't know why I said Tallahassee. It's just a fun word to say. It's just an example, right? It's just an example. It's my will, solar plexus Wednesday. Okay. The Magician. It's got good feeling to it. This has got like get up out your seat and dance type reading to it so far. Now with the Magician playing in here, that's 17, right? We have 17, and now we're back to number 1, right? Your resourcefulness will change the path, will change the destiny. It will improve or make easier unto you that which you are trying to create on that little table. You built the table, you got all the dang tools there, so it should be easy to do it. I don't lay out all my tools in a broken manifold or a broken clutch and then not fix the clutch. I actually do it. I've created the space for it. I've created that on agriculture, the inner little terrarium. I've created that. So now I can grow some seeds, and I can have my favorite plant. That could be my career in politics. That could be the one I nurture most. I talk to most. I put the psytrance ambient music next to that plant because it's my favorite. But you can also grow the other seeds, and don't forget to do so. Okay. And the third card. Oh man, yes. Thank you. Enigma Peace. Your happiness permit the energy of the channel is like this is an excitement time. So ease the transition of what you settle into now, because it could be the energies could be in a very subtle state for you where it's like it's wanting to see how you settle to it and what you commit to yourself and what you kind of want to regiment for yourself. And again, that care piece comes into it, right? That care piece definitely comes into it. Okay. Don't worry about money. If money's tight or money doesn't come in as quickly to allow you for some of these other seeds and all these other plants and things you want to do, don't worry about it. The garden will continue to grow. There's nobody that says, well, no, that's it. The Zen garden has grown to its maximum capacity. Ladies and gentlemen, nature will not continue to grow anymore. It won't get to that point. This place, this planet, this Gaia that we love, she is as eternal as the sun, as we are as beings. So it's okay but it really asks you, how do you settle into your knowingness? How do you settle into your bliss? Are you there for 5 minutes and you get out and you're all antsy again, like I gotta do, or it's like, wow, I feel it. Even though I might not have the stamp on it yet, and I might not be finished yet, I'm not quite there yet, but you feel as if it already was. Okay? Money is like creepy. They're creepy and they're crawly. They're oopy and they're scoopy. You know, I don't get political. I won't say anything bad about the people that come into our lives to separate us from our resources, right? Or how that energy pervades the unawake. Okay, I don't want to talk about that, but not against you. You wouldn't know that you would bring that reaction up from me. I hope you got something out of that reading, Enigma. Again, congratulations on that big win, that big first win, right? That's awesome. Now go get the World Series title, right? Hi, Afra. We're taking a list today, Afra. I've got my pen and paper out here. So, oh, did you change your thumbnail? Oh, you look so beautiful, Princess One. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of our tribe and being a part of the little journey today. Here, I'm laughing loud in my bedroom. I laugh loud, LOL every day. Lola. La 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 Lola. That's what LOL reminds me. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And once again, thank you to the huge contribution from Misty today. I want to thank you and really appreciate you for allowing me to feel the abundance reflected back in what we're actually doing here and what my purpose and my original drive for doing this was. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for that, because it's not just something that I will let go of like I let go of the little readings. I want this $100 to come back tenfold to that which you are supporting right now, in that on 424 Agriculture Day. For those of you that just joined us, hi Sunshine. We're taking names. I got my Ace of Swords out. We're taking names, and we're celebrating Wednesday 424 Taurus Day, and we're making it up. We're making it a new holiday. It's 424 Taurus Day, and this is like Earth Day number 3. We talked the other day about how there were actually 2 Earth Days. They made one in is on the spring equinox, and the other was on April 22nd. But actually, 424 has rich history and significance in terms of the Earth and its patterns, its changes, its it's sustainability and how we are married with Gaia. We are all married to Gaia, not like in holy matrimony, but we are married because we are her and she is us, and we're like, it's really like, it's good. It almost brings me to tears. It almost brings me to tears to think about the nature that I've got about an hour and a bit, no, maybe an hour and a half left before I actually have to go out and get some of that in me. Get some of that that good sunshine, that good feeling, green grass under my feet, and I have an appointment as well. So I'm on a little early. We're cutting a little short today, so I'm going to try and get through all the people that I've written down. If those people are not here, they get shuffled down the list. Just kind of had to make up some rules. I don't know why. It's just the way it happens, right? It's just like I brought out the beer to the campfire, and everyone was like, "What kind do you want? Is it my turn next? Can I have some?" I mean, that was a horrible analogy, but because I picture us more like on the beach in a full moon, watching the tide roll out on a beautiful starry night, kind of like that end scene in Contact where Jodie Foster's standing on the beach. For me, that's like when I need to go to a place. It's similar to that, but it's got this like Barney Rubble house over on the side. It's really, really cool. I need that reading, man. Hey, man, yeah, give me the cash. Yeah. No, after I will try to get to you right now. So we've got Misty off the list. We were through Enigma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will be 6th from now, unless I've missed anyone in there. Sunshine. Oh no, I didn't get Sunshine, and she needs a reading. Sunshine, because she did all of that. What do they call unofficial? What do they call unofficial moderation? And I mentioned earlier, I don't have moderators here because I truly want to interact with everybody and not see anything go down or utterly caused as a result of me paying attention to energy, to spirit and the cards, and then have something go down to the chat. I want to be there for however that might ever pan down. Right now we're a little tribe. There's no worry for it. There's no real need for it, but I do appreciate you, Sunshine, for that you did yesterday. And you're off the hook now because I got my pen and paper. And I got your name down, Sunshine. Okay. Mr. Robert Kraft, you are there. Divine timing. I just said your name. I looked up and there it was. I got a message from Jennifer today asking how it was. Oh, so the energy did change since yesterday. That's what I love. When people ask about the relationship on the day-to-day, I like that when it's like, wow, something has happened in reality. It's updated. It's brought back to me as a real. So what's up now? That used to be my favorite. What's up now? Right? So what's up now? Love you, Afro Princess. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. To be honest, with you being number 6, you're going to be borderline right at the end of the live stream here. I got to shut this thing down in about an hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to read for Robert and Jennifer, and we're going to say what the tarot wants to say. We're spitting tarot. It's coming out. It's right? So it is, card after card, message after message, stream after stream, day by day, day by day. Okay? All right, 424, day by day. And it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Okay? Thanks for being here on the Legends of Tarot. I want to wish you all the best, the peace, abundance, prosperity, joy, bliss, happiness as you walk from point A to point B in the Zen garden, or as you move through the destiny of your life today. It's always a gift. It's always the greatest. It's always the ever-present now permeates it. And it's all about how we align with it, right? As I gotta align my chakras, I just do that, right? And some of us are journeying, soul journeying, and some of us are just waking up, and some of us are saying, please, let's see some more support for the wake up and that kind of thing, or please let me know how to align better with the energy around you. And that's just why we're doing it, why we're out here. And I'm appreciative of all you, and I'm glad that our tribe is a little bit small right now because we can put that care and attention. We don't have any what do they call them, patrollers, right, coming around. If you're listening to me at work, if you just have me on the background, I got a question for you. Do you work at YouTube? Just kidding, right? I'm working at YouTube because I'm on it right now, right? You can do that too. You can leave me on. You can do a jigsaw puzzle. You can allow the words that I mumble, bumble, stumble, mamble, and bamble to facilitate your own thought processes through your intuition, even if you're focused on a painting, on anything that you want to be doing, really. Okay, or you can pay attention and I'll smile at you, like, right, that kind of thing, or I'll push the cards into the camera, right? That's what I've been doing. And we're here, we've got cards out. It's a lovely day. Why don't we do some readings? We're going to ask about Robert and Jennifer today. Tara, what's up with Robert and Jennifer today? What say you, Tara? We're going to cut your cards now, Robert. Heads up. All right, this took a little bit to get going there. So let's see. Cool. The Eight of Cups come up at the bottom of the deck. This card has something to say about the connection to our emotion. And Pluto with the moon and Saturn with the moon like this is emphasizing it, right? We don't really normally see anything too watery in there, too emotionally deep in there. But this does let me know, Robert, that waters run deep here. And I'm glad that the conversation occurred, whatever nature it took, whatever form it took. The Eight of Cups is saying there might be a moment of clarity there that allowed you to feel what you were thinking or think what you were feeling about, right? One of those type things, right? So in an overall energy, feel it to reveal it, right? You say heal it to reveal it, to heal it, you first got to feel it, right? And that's where it stands. That's where it stands. Where is your etheric connection to Jennifer at in regards to if you're not together, if you're apart, and you're thinking about her and you know she's thinking about you, you just know it. You're intuitive enough. You're here, right, Robert? Then nurture that through simple gifts. That's when you whisper softly in her ear, is when you're 10,000 miles away or on the other side of town, or when you're too busy to be there. That's when you do that. And then you just feel it. You don't always want to be nattering on her telepathic ethereal phone. You just want to say, I love you, or hello, dear, or something. But then you continue to allow your thoughts to permeate down into your heart energy center, into your lower Tao, your will, and allow yourself to feel elated by thinking about her. Okay, and that creates a shift, a change within you, the nature of your relationship, and possibly if she is more wrapped up in 3D and mundane stuff, can have a positive effect on her life and gravitate her closer towards you, right? If that's the ultimate goal, right? And it's done out of benevolence, and universe and source is like a supervisor over the whole thing. And they're like, yep, you're doing it right. Nope, you're doing it wrong. So how close does she get? How much does she come in? So nurture that etheric connection. Okay. When you're not together, right? That'll be good. Good thing to do. All right. A resourceful time. Come up with a creative solution here, Robert. This could be like inviting her out to a fun date. This could be like setting a plan of what you'll do next when you see each other, but make it like off the cuff, almost like something that would really surprise her, that you know that she would like. You have the potential to get creative here, whether or not to make things happen or to enjoy the time more deeply when you are together. This has a really, you're cooking a lovely meal. Yeah, exactly. That's a nice thing to nurture, right? And the sharing, the spatial sharing as well, right? It's a time where you want to make it very clear to her that you're not playing any games. Okay, that's something. You know what? It's better than seeing like that, right? You want to make it very clear to her that you're not playing any games here. Your heart energy that she's been feeling is real, and then you want to turn up the volume on that while you're cooking dinner together. Turn up the volume on that when you're actually sharing the space. And if she is woke, you can say, Jennifer, do you feel that right now? Do you feel, right, that connection, that which can't be touched, the intangible? This Pluto moon thing has that level of that too. It's unknown. We have no knowings. And where is the earth in all this? Where is the world? What in the world is going on? Okay. This here, it's like, if you feel heavier energy surrounding it or whatever, if you come to a point where you could be second guessing the communication, it's kind of confluent, because we talked about, it's like, wow, how much do we actually retain and how much do we let go? We probably retain the statement that she said that affected us most positively and the statement that she said that affected us most negatively. But the world is round. Everything is in context. Everything is in contrast. So experience, love it, make it grow. It's 424 Taurus day. Get that seed in the ground, plant it together, right? My first love, she was a Cancer, and her mom made us plant flowers together, and I hated it. I was like, this is dumb. Well, we want to go do something else, but 30 years later, 25 years later, not getting that old that fast, I really understand and respect the spiritual intention that was behind that. Okay. All right. And anything that may have happened to you in the past, Robert, release it, let go. Every moment you spend with Jennifer is the most important one. It's the most important one, right? There is. You trip down memory lane with her, but do so gently and carefully. Don't allow it to be the meat and potatoes of the conversation. You want to talk about your future together. You don't want to talk about, remember last weekend when we all got ball barreled right up and Johnny fell over the bar stool? Yeah, there's a place for that. But make the most of your time together is really what Tarot's saying when it comes to all of you, will you, Jen, Jennifer? It's like that's how you can be affecting that. That's how you are affecting it. Okay, as we always triangulate those third-party love readings, right? Comes through you, Robert. Comes from you. We are those mirrors. Okay. Hi, Lex. I saw your message there. Yes, you have been here a while. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to get to you today, but I do go live quite frequently now, especially this week, and I've got so I'm going to keep this a running tally. This tally isn't going to be just for today. This is going to be how, if our tribe grows and if people come in, it's going to be, if that person's there, I'm kind of a smart guy. Like, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'll pencil you in like the bullpen, like the pitchers in the bullpen do. You're not going to get the pitch 4 days in a row. Your dang arm will be tired out. You got to go. You got to take a day off, right? The past. Can't let it hold you back. That's right, Robert. I hope that helped you. I hope that you were able to derive some comfort, some meaning, some joy, or some even ideas. That magician was there, and it was really saying problem solved. Problem can be solved, right? You got the magic, Robert. Yeah, Sunshine, you got the magic too. All right. And yeah, Lex, I saw your message. I've got your name down now. Thank you so much for being a part of our tribe today. Really appreciate that. And yes, all best wishes in terms as you grow your little channel. I want to grow my little channel. We may have a completely different demographic, but I must say I do have an appreciation for your connection. Yeah, I do. Okay. Because we're so unique, and Pluto's going to bring it out. Everybody is going to be seeming like their true selves a little bit more, especially later on today and tomorrow. This Pluto station off the moon is going to be creepy. We talk like the money is creepy, like what else do we say? It's like it is the gate for the time space. It's like the boat that crosses the river Styx almost. It's very taboo. It has like those like darker mythical. It's where like things like paranormal and phenomenal things could occur on this day. Like, where like the one twin, like two twins burn their finger at the same time and they live 3,000 miles apart and they haven't talked to each other. They haven't done that. Me and my own. Are you here? Me and my own. Sorry, I get off on tangents. Thanks for keeping me honest and real, you guys. And keeping the readings moving, because I would run out of time before I knew it, and then I'd have to say I'm sorry again. And I'm Canadian, so I say I'm sorry like every other word. I'm sorry. Going for a rip there, are you, bud? No, the list is not closed, Yasmin. The list is never closed, but we may run out of time before we get to the end of the list. But it's okay, because wherever that happens on the next reading, the preference will be given for tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Okay, so I'll put your name down, Yasmin. And I have you, Sunshine. Okay. Me and my own, are you here? Are you? Me and my own. Me and my own. All right. Thanks, Robert. I hope you're doing great too. Presence. What a beautiful word. Because it is. If you ever listen to like the Eckhart Tolle stuff and start investigating what spiritual energies and growth can be gleaned from existing in the ever-present now, he talks a lot about presence and something that's known as the pain body, which a lot of us, I feel, collectively could be feeling in today and tomorrow as well. There are like healing things, physical healing things and limitations that are arising and cropping up for all signs, especially water, okay? But presence, what a great word, because that's what it is. And I was just mentioning how you could be like painting a picture or playing with Fluffy the cat and just let the presence, it's not even me, it's not even you, just let it be, right? See it from that point of that third eye chakra. And Enigma keeps bothering me. No, you don't keep bothering me. We just read for you though, right? Yeah, we just read for you. Me and my own is here. Thank you. Hello, hello. Me and my own. I want to thank you, especially me and my own, because I think this is the first day you've joined us, and I hope that you feel welcoming. You want to be most welcoming, because laughter and that welcoming, that first thing is that's the pervasive benevolence that brings us together and gives us that other understanding. It's like human being first, people before stuff, right? Pinging, ping, ping. I can't wait to get all out on the golf course and use my ping. I got a new ping wedge. Well, it's not new. It came from like a secondhand place, and somebody saw it and thought of me because I lost my wedge last year, and then they gifted it to me. It was like $2, but it's like a $60 wedge. I love the secondhand economy. Sorry, I need this time between readings, you guys, just to let it. It's usually the mini readings are about 5 minutes, and then I need 5 minutes to just. All right, 12:30. Okay. It scares me because the time is where I'm at is 12:30, but we've been live for 1:30. So it's like, ooh, I gotta make sure I gotta get to where I'm going today. I should, because I do. I hit the vape and I love the coffee, right? I get a little bit hyped up. It allows me to facilitate. It's just like that little spark, that little boost, like your battery's on the charger. Hello, Himanshu Ilani. Himanshu Ilani, welcome. I hope that you are well today. I hope you all are in a place of prosperity and happiness today. Being in that appreciation, it's highlighted today, right? The underworld's highlighted, but it's like also the appreciation for that which we have come to know, the awareness, the mark, the progression, the standing point of our spiritual journeys is also highlighted today and tomorrow. There's this weird dance, the Saturn Pluto thing. All the astrologers are talking in depth about it. Mostly that's happening out there in Capricorn. But for me, it's like, well, when it becomes apparent with the sun and the moon and the earth, you let me know, you call me know, because it affects our daily energy, right? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Thank you. Thank you for your politeness and your presence. Thank you for your presence, Lex, and by bringing that. The chat, it just refreshed. Yeah, no, that's okay. We had technical problems earlier. The live stream actually went dead because there was no sound, and then I pressed the wrong button and crashed out. Okay, let me just write this down right. Himanshu Ilani. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. Himanshu Ilani. I'm Canadian, so I'm allowed to butcher any word I attempt to say. Going for a rip there, are you, bud? Yeah, we're taking it easy. We're going to give her down to Timmy's, grab a couple donuts. Come on back. Right, that's more southern. That's more like, what's up, y'all? Right, that kind of thing. I lived in America. I lived in the United States for quite a time. I loved it down there. Very beautiful, beautiful ancient landscapes of the Americas, right? But yeah, my ancestors, they were crazy. They had a little bit of that Norse blood in them, and they kept it up. That's why my hands are so, the tendons in my hands are quite thick. They cause me a little bit of trouble from time to time as well. They were crazy for living in a place where it's like 40 below all the time, right? All right. Himanshu, you are on the list. Thank you for being here today. I can't guarantee that I'll get you today, but if you tune in if you hit the bell icon and you tune in whenever you see me going live, I'm going to keep the tally going. And as names fall back on the list that we've already read for, I'm going to go back and I'm going to involve them again and read for them again if they have specific questions and they want to come and support the tribe every day. It's not a duty, but it's not a gift. It's my present thing to do. Thank you, Lex, for being a part of it, right? Afro Princess. You won't lose your turn as long as you answer when I call you, but I can't guarantee that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're 5, maybe at the very end of the reading. Your pizza is going to be ready in about just under an hour. Okay, so I think we might be able to get to you. Now, Ayun, are you here? It is your turn. You are correct. I should put it on the wall so you guys can see it. Maybe I'm thinking of doing studio upgrades, so I'm thinking maybe I could use this space to like put you guys up on a chart, give you warm fuzzy hugs. That'd be like star, especially like for Misty with that huge donation today. Thank you so much. That was just like getting blasted by a beautiful blanket of warm, comforting, light, warm, watery energy. It was perfect. It was perfect way to start off Solar Plexus Wednesday, right? Thank you so much. All right, so maybe that's what I'll do. Okay. What do you have a question, Ayun, or do you just want a general reading? I'm gonna take a sip of coffee, one more vape, and we'll get into it for you. Promise. I promise. I don't make promises. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Billie Jean is not my love. She kissed a girl. She says I am the one. But Billie Jean is not my son. Woohoo! Hey, Ewan. Yes, it is your turn. I just waited for you to respond. I wonder if you just wanted a general or if you have a specific question. It is your turn, Ayun. Do you have a question? If not, I'm going to shuffle for another minute here or so and make light of what's going on. And then what I'll do is I'll present some cards for your day. That way, technically, you won't have missed your turn. And we're going to pull the cards because when we're kind of hanging out and chilling, the reading is for you, but the messages are facilitating thoughts for our little collective here. And that's what I like about it. You know what? And if your name's on the list, please do hit the thumb button. You know, I'm hitchhiking out on the highway. I need to have a thumb out all day. So hit the thumb button back to me, even if you just wave to the hitchhiker as he's passing by. It's like that's a good way to share that benevolent energy. Okay. I like general readings. Okay. Ayun, we're gonna start pulling some cards for you here. This reading's for Ayun. I'm gonna cut the cards for you. All right. Oh, like I said, I can't multitask. I only fail at 2 things at once. Read the chat, drop the cards. Shuffle the cards, drop the chat, right? That's okay. I'm going to drop the chitter-chatter, get into Ayun's readings here. We're just going to pull 4 cards for because we haven't been posed with a question. Hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully your internet didn't cut out or anything go wrong there, Ayun. But we gotta do it. And you can come back and rewind and watch these things. Love technology. You can always come back. I'm cutting your cards, Ayun. And we're kind of clearing the etheric when we do that. Harry! Shh! Getting into it, right? And we are getting into it for Ayun. Ayun, you've pulled the reversal on the Queen of Swords. Ayun, the feeling that I have with this thing is that your energy field could be influenced by things that you have delayed cutting out of your life. Somebody that you, or something that you haven't let go of that needs to be sort of maybe disciplined or shown or corrected or intervened with. Okay, that reversal on the Queen of Swords. That's the Queen of Spades in the playing card deck, right? That's the Queen of Air. That's a reckoning. When she comes up reverse, there is like a reckoning. Like this is like true grit type stuff, you know, that comes out. It's like, what have you allowed that you haven't dealt with, or what have you left for so long? This is almost taking me back to like something 2 weeks ago, like where it's like, oh, there was an energy line or a chance to take care of something. And a definitive nature of what needed to be did not occur. So then this Queen of Swords is looming here saying we need to cut a tie, we need to cut a thread, but we're not doing it. The sword is too dull, or people are feeling too far gone. Could be in like sort of that dreamy state of a Libra as well right now. The air sign is playing heavy into what's going on here. Okay, the dream state of a Libra, or the worry of a Gemini, or the thoughts of Aquarius of what do I take from that person, right? That could all be coming up for you, Ayun, right, at this time. Okay. All right, 3 cards to continue on. 5 of Wands here, Ayun. Okay. So this is the everyday realness. This is the everyday passage of time. This is the everyday responsibility. This is the ticky-tacky. This is the nitty-gritty. And it always appears, it's a part of it, right? The Five of Wands wouldn't be in the deck if it wasn't a part of it, right? It's something that can be built upon. It's like a mini tower. In a way, it's like something needs to be torn down, broken down so that it can be built upon again, right? It's like when you replace a house with an infill, an old bungalow for an infill. The first guys come in and have the most fun is they're running the demolition tools. They're knocking everything down. They're breaking it down. Sometimes you have to be a silent witness to things getting torn down or cut out of your life so that you can be building again. But it's like almost like, even if you're not taking care of something here, somebody else is chomping at the bit, or somebody could be in competition for something or somebody with you, is what the Five of Wands lets me know. Okay? A reversal on 7. Perhaps you've been too open. Perhaps you've been a little bit too giving, a little bit too willing to please, a little bit too willing to give too much of your energy of something that hasn't been returned in your favor, something that hasn't been given back to you or reciprocated at this point in time. And it could feel like it's draining you out. It could feel like you're running on empty, right? Running dry, running on empty, right? You got to make sure you recharge those batteries, and you got to make sure you're looking out for number one. You know, if whatever your focus is something that you want to bring into your life for the purpose of happiness, which is usually 99% of the time. It's why we think our thoughts, with it, why we do our things, right? That's why we dream our dreams. It's for the happiness, right? The thing that, wow, now the queen, now the king is here, right? Be the master of your thought, Ayun. Master it, right? We talked about this in somebody else's reading too, and this stamps it even harder. This is like, be the influencer, not the influenced, right? And it's funny, this influencer, this is a trending word that we see now as well. And I think this couple of royal members of the tarot can speak to that for all of us right now. Is this thing is like everybody wants to be an influencer. I'm an influencer, right? Well, you know what? The ability to influence sometimes means you're less influential. And if we become less influential, there's a risk in becoming closed off, not open, too set in our ways, too regimented almost, okay? And it's okay to influence. If you're doing it for the purpose of coaching or supporting or counseling, great, right? If you get into it, and well, this could let me know, Ayun, if you're not finding solace in a particular counselor or situation, you may need to move on. But it gives me more of a feeling that you are mastering some of the levels of your thought forms and how much you are becoming somebody that affects the situation rather than becoming affected by the situation, okay? And air signs, whatever's going on here, make sure if someone's lying to you, cut them out of your life. Just get rid of them. Gonzo, see ya. I got bus to catch. I got plane to board. Bounce. If they want an ounce, tell them bounce, right? That kind of thing. So there, Ayun, hopefully you were here, and hopefully that you heard most of that. It was your turn. That was your turn. Don't worry. Keep tuning in. Keep checking it out. We'll get back to you, okay? All right, roll call to one of my favorite people in the chat that is just kind of like does a little dance. Priyanka's turn coming up next. Priyanka, are you here? Because I want to help move these readings along, so that because you guys' time is valuable, but I appreciate you hanging out here. And I'll let you know they're running about 10 minutes for readings, so please do go play with Fluffy the cat. Go take Dexter for a walk, right? Go get your turtle. Get him out of the terrarium. Let's take him out and let him crawl on the Buddha statue in the backyard. Okay, that's what we want to do. And I hope 10 minutes is accurate. I mean, I keep my eye on that little clock, but it's kind of like I wish it wasn't there sometimes. What's going on? What's going on? Thank you, Manchu. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the thumbs up, you guys. That's awesome. Manchu, where are you from? Nice bum. Where are you from? Just kidding. I don't mean to be offensive or degrading. It's just, well, these funny saying like a bee in your bonnet. Don't get a bee in your bonnet about it, because nobody wears a bonnet anymore, right? And just be. But I was like, I like to keep it PG. I don't want to offend anyone. We live in a very sensitive era right now. So I want to be sensitive to the sensitivity, but I also want to maintain, because I want to be authentic here, but I do put a cap on the pipeline where it's like, any of my Pluto shadowing stuff doesn't come out and just like catch somebody off guard and throw off the energy. In India, sir. Well, hello to India. We're channeling through Canada right now, Western Canada, and we've got tarot on our side. We've got the legendary day of 424 Taurus Day. This is a new holiday we just invented this morning. Misty and I just invented this new holiday about our connection to our providers, especially to honor our human beings that are providers. It should be International Farmers Day. It really like we're calling it. Maybe they already have it somewhere, but in the new age, we have to honor it and respect it as well. So it's a call out, right? 424 Taurus Day. Legend, the legends portion. This book, I keep one handy. The Old Farmer's Almanac, right? The longest tenured published book in American history. The founder, who was an astronomer and he bought himself a little printing press and a book bindery company. He started making these things like back in the late 1700s, I think early 1800s. He's the true. It's like, wow, when do you plant your tomatoes, right? When can you take the seeds from the little indoor terrarium and get them outside, right? How are the crops in India? How is the weather in India? That kind of thing, because we have this global collective view on it, because that's what we wanted. That's what we asked for. Hi, blah, blah. Hello. You can get a reading. I think we read for you earlier today, and you probably couldn't hear me. Let me know how that went, because I definitely want to get you in here. Blah blah. I read for you yesterday, and maybe a little bit before the sound cut out today. And thank you for being here. You're definitely on the list. Okay. Let's high five on it. Whoopsh. Whoopsh. Down low, around the back, right? That kind of fist bump. Bah, right? That kind of thing. Thank you, blah, blah. I want to call you Robert Loblaw, Bob, and be Bob blah, blah. I love that joke. I just joke the heck out of everything, right? You are gorgeous as well. And generous. Misty's generous. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, blah, blah. For all you that receive a reading that benefit the good contributions from the people that are hitting up the super chat. It's like they're so directly responsible for facilitating, for helping and helping. Now I can get really groovy ideas and stuff to create the space here for the next few months anyways. Then I got to move on again to a new space. I'm a bit of a gypsy that way. The person I asked for is not here. And that was Priyanka. Yeah, she's quiet. She sneaks in and out of the tribe. Like she's like our tribe mouse. She's like, I'm still here, checking on you. Please check on me. I wrote her name down, so maybe she's having a busy day, or maybe something came up. She's still. So what happens with Priyanka not being here in the call? She goes down next. Okay, she doesn't go last. She doesn't come first tomorrow. She goes next again. And until that list of people gets too long, then that's the way we're going to roll it. Okay, is a queen bee, and then Lex, and then Sunshine. Okay, no blah blah. I've got you a little bit later on, so maybe cross your fingers and hope that Dexter needs the poo real bad, so we had to walk the turtle right away, and then we can squeak you in quicker in time, in space and time. And thank you all for joining me here on the Legends of Tarot 424 Taurus Day, Wednesday, Solar Plexus Chakra Day, where we're celebrating it. We're celebrating agriculture. We're celebrating farms. We're celebrating Taurus season, all that good stuff. Is a queen? Are you next? You are next. Are you here, though? Are you Major? Can you hear me, Major Tom? We had huge problems with audio this morning and everything being affected. And so, yeah, the other part of this 424 day, this is actually kind of tomorrow, but I'm combining because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of different ways this could go with the Saturn Pluto Moon conjunction and Pluto stopping on a dime to give us a glimpse, saying all aboard the boat, kumbaya. Who's coming for forgiveness? Who's willing? Like, it means so much, and it's so different and individual to each one of us in our own personal infinite journey with Source and higher self, and that sort of thing. And it wants to It wants to engage with you. It wants to affect you, especially the Pluto aspect. And it wants to point the finger back at Saturn here a little bit and saying, my people, they want to be they don't want to be influenced in any sort of negative way through their survival, through their daily process. Why struggle? Why worry? What me worried? Alfred E. Newman kind of thing, right thing. Okay, Ayun, hi, you are here. Your reading hath occurred. Your reading hath, you too, with or without you, and because you said I'm here, and then I asked for a question, you did not respond, so we pulled general cards for you. So your reading is there. I don't have it time stamped or anything, but if you go back to about 1:30, an hour and 30 minutes, you should be able to find it, Ayun. Feel free to do that, okay? So sorry if you didn't get a specific question. The bus rolled out of town, but I'm glad you were running behind with your arms waving, saying, hey, bus 420, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Wait, I want to get on board. Or Pluto, hold up there a second. I just want to jump on. I want to take a quick peek back into that closet where I put all them skeletons years ago, right? Or I want to peer into the darkness for an extended period of time to see what hasn't presented. Queen is not responding. Thank you, Sunshine. So Isa goes down. It's Lex. If Lex is here. Lex, are you listening? I wonder if Lex's name is Luther. I doubt it. Just kidding, Lex. Just kidding. You and your Libra guy. You see that, everyone in the chat? Libra. It was there, right? You've got some heavy Libra energy going on in the cards we pulled for you, Ayun. So yeah, go back about 10, 15 minutes ago and check out your cards, check out your readings, because I think you will be surprised at what you see there. The Queen and King of Swords made an appearance together. So it was a heavy duty one. It was a good one. Okay. Lex, are you here? Going once, going twice. We'll give Lex one more moment to respond as I catch my breath. And I look at the list. All right. So Priyanka moved down. Is a B. Lex. No chance is a B or Priyanka's come back by chance, hey? You just get a short shout out, right? If that happens. Okay. And Sunshine, check it out. Check it out. All right. I sang this, I was like, Alouette, Jonty, Alouette, Alouette, Jonty Plumenet. Jonty Plumenet. Hi, happy to catch you live. Hi, Ellie Jane. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the little tribe out here in this little corner of the matrix, the universe. Welcome everybody to the Legends of Tarot for April 24th, 424. It's Taurus Day. We're celebrating the nature of our farmers, our agriculture, our relationship with Gaia on a solar plexus Wednesday. We're having a look at the mysterious aspects of judo. The mysterious aspects of judo, right? Into the dragon. The aspects of Pluto as it's stationed. It's going to be stationed off the moon. It's grinding to a halt right now. Today it's finally pulling into the port. It's pulling into the station. And we welcome you, Ellie Jane. We welcome you here in all benevolence, bliss, abundance, prosperity, joy, peace, and happiness, because that is our well of wishing. And the well wishing will continue wherever we decide we want to be, right? Wherever you go, that's where you are. Keeping it real on the esoteric side of things, in the etheric, in the 5D, right? So you'll hear me often talk about the days of the week and how they each have a day of the week assigned to them, and helping me through my Kundalini awakenings and my personal journey. But not to talk about that, but I want to let you know that we talk about the elements in the tarot. The elements, they concur all the way up through the first 5 chakras. I'm sure the top 2 have elements that we can't wrap our minds around. Because right up here at 5, after the heart energy, right up here at 5, we have the etheric realm. So we have what comes out, the energy that we produce, right? Your ex was a Libra. I think your ex has been dreaming about you, Ayun. Sunshine, you still want your reading? No word from Priyanka, Isa, or Lex. They're bouncing in, they're bouncing out, and that's okay. No judgment. I encourage them to do so. Oh, nice. You do Vedic astrology. That is excellent. That is excellent. I have not been able to research into the Vedic. I love what do they call it, Vedanta, or I love the Eastern Hindu understandings and teachings. Those for me, whether they settled me because my mind was far too active to have a proper Kundalini awakening the first time it attempted in 1998, and I ended up getting really messed up. But then when it happened again in 2015, I was aware of it, I was ready for it. And the Vedic Vedanta, it settled me. It settled me into a place where it's like I could appreciate what was happening, and I knew better how to respond to it. Vedas, yeah. I see your question. I do see your question now. I've been doing my affirmations a lot because I'm trying to stir away from certain people bothering me. Will this moving together eventually happen with Jay and I this year? Okay, yeah, I return to the question on Jay. And yeah, Sunshine, you, I was a little early today, and you came in halfway through some readings. So I wanted to just touch base on something I mentioned to another individual earlier today, and it has to do with that which we are experiencing that's bothering us, that's negative. This is the aspect of how the Pluto-Saturn thing happening out there is affecting us, and how much it wants to affect us. It's kind of like, you gotta that's not a good analogy because it gets political really fast. I'll go ahead. When you're standing in line for something that you know you need, so whether that's a suit line, an immunization line, whatever you believe in, that you have to get in line or jump through a hoop to go and get, that could be presenting itself to you, because it's like, it's going to ask you to be in recognition of what bothers you, what angers you, what you feel is negative around you. This planetary alignment that's happening tomorrow with the moon is asking this of us, okay? So the people that you're trying to steer clear from, if they're a drain on your energy, if they're just too much to handle, it's time to say, I'm not on board. We need to come about this differently, or I need to. What was the old saying? This conversation is over. We're just done here. There's no way around what's been happening or what needs to happen in order to make things easier or better. And when you're an empath, so it affects you greatly. And if you can understand your point of how affected sometimes you can be, not even because you consciously willing to do it, but because you are empathic. If they can't understand that, then it's like you need to move on, because it turns into like an open faucet running into an open drain. There's no water there's no collection. There's nothing to show for it. There's nothing to stand for it. And it just becomes a waste, right? 6 of Wands flew out for you, Sunshine. Stand in victory in self and self-power, right? You got a lot there. You're not going to end the world. You're not going to burn any bridges by telling somebody to step back for a minute, or respect the fact that you're stepping back, right? And the affirmations part of your question, continue on, affirm for yourself. But I feel like you might want to shift up the mannerisms or the technique in which you affirm. That's what Spirit really wanted me to say to you there, Sunshine. The way in which you affirm. So if you're the type of person that does it planted in your subconscious at bedtime, maybe it's saying, let's wait till morning. Let's plant it in the conscious, see how it is affecting our day, see how it makes our day easier. And if it's over issues where it's like you're trying to ingrain it back within you in the conscious mind, and you do it in the middle of the day, it could go either way. If you do it while representing yourself, like in a mirror, say, do it without the mirror. Or if you've just been doing it mentally, internally, you haven't been saying it out loud, start saying it out loud, or the vice versa of each. If you've been saying it aloud, try doing it just in your mind. Or if you haven't been doing it in front of a mirror, try the mirror. That kind of the mannerism, the technique with which you want to do that is change that, right? And then you can see the improvements of the affirmation. And if the sticky people that you don't like being around, or like the energy vampires, that they're probably doing it unconsciously. They're probably not evil people. You wouldn't have them in your circle if they were. If they're just not getting it, or if they just can't get it, it's like you might need to have a tough conversation. You might need to you might need to affirm to them. So affirmations, they happen when we talk about in the New Age. It's like self affirmations, right? But we can affirm to another. We can reinstate something to another. Be like, do you not remember last Thursday when I told you I just can't do this anymore. I just, you can't act that way towards me and expect me to be there to take it, to enjoy it, or whatever the game might be, or whatever's draining it from you. You might need to reinstate it, reaffirm it to them. And if it causes a larger rift, or it feels like a bridge is about to burn, don't you worry. They're the ones that ignited it. You've just stood on your side. If the bridge gets burned, it's because they'll be the one lighting the torch and burning the bridge. Okay. Right. So Jay, some travel and move. Okay. So boundaries. Yeah, very much so. Some cards for Sunshine, please. For Sunshine Jay, up on the move, that sort of thing. I'm cutting your cards now, Sunshine, but you're an active participant. You're right there live in the chat doing it. So I thank you. For that. Okay. All right. Here we go. Appreciate you all. Oh, Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're left wondering. You're left confused a little bit, or concerned. Okay. I feel that it's like you're trying to understand something that nobody else in your environment may be able to bring you clarity on. It's just like the Page of Wands here with a message saying you have to move, you have to go farther, you have to try something new in order to get that alleviation of whatever it is, that apathy, or that confused, or that frustrated feeling, to get it out of you. And it might just be through the separation of people. See this alone time, right? That sort of thing. It might be a point where you need to allow yourself to do it without guilt, to take your alone time without any sense of remorse or guilt in anything, right? It's kind of like very important for that to happen, all right? So a new journey and passion, keeping your passions are in focus, right? You're a loving, caring, empathic person, Sunshine. So it's like there's definitely an apple to your eye. And whether that's Jay or what it is, you almost are like, so the Page of Wands, she's holding that staff really close in front of her. And the lady in the Nine of Wands in this deck kind of has even in the other deck, he's got the wand far away. He's like, I'm going to hold it at bay, but I'm still going to observe it, right? And this might be your level of passion towards what you want. That's the feeling I have on it, okay? To you and yours, me and my own, right? Sure. Fast-moving energy and movement occurring. This is positive in terms of the daily energy on your travel plans with Jay, or just on your own in your own journey. That it is going to be good for you to align with making plans towards any motion, trips, travel, things of that nature. Yeah, very nice. It is. But it could be foggy. You could be like, what is it all for? Is it really all worth it? If I invest time into it now, knowing it's not happening till May, June, or July, why do something today that I couldn't do tomorrow? Chariot is almost asking, like, go ahead, get it done today. Dig in your heels and get some research or some pricing done, or whatever it might be in regards to the nitty gritty and the stuff you want to do, because the Chariot is a 7. It's a progressive energy, and it's the major 7, major arcana, right? Be a Cancer involved as well. Okay, somehow. Ace of Wands. Hopefully you're taking care of yourself, Sunshine. Hopefully you're feeling good, right? Hopefully you've got a whole time spot and a place, a time and a place set aside to construct your future. And as nuts and bolts as that sounds, it's actually legit for what it is, right? Like, you don't eat cookies in bed. So, and you don't dream journal really at the kitchen table. You eat cookies at the table and you dream journal in bed. So this goes back to that thing in the manner of which you are doing things, right? Is saying, let's try something new. Let's shake up the routine in the spiritual and in the work life, that sort of thing. Okay. All right. And the Queen of Pentacles is here. What's the Queen of Pentacles there for? Evaluating resources, placing value on certain aspects of things in her own life and in her environment. I can hold this up right in front of my face. You don't need to see me all the time. Look how beautiful she is. Sunshine, you're absolutely gorgeous. You're absolutely beautiful. Interactions with earth signs are going to have harmony for you today. I don't recall your sign, but if this is you, this is harmonious relationships all around. But if you have an earth sign in your life, it's good to align with them today. They're seeing something in you They're placing value in and worth upon their relationship with you today. Okay? So, you're a Libra. Well, that's right too. I'm sorry for being so forgetful. I'm like the Pooh. I'm like the Winnie the Pooh of the tarot world. People say nothing's impossible, but I do nothing all day, right? I just don't know. Give me more honey. I just don't know, right? So there for you, Libra. So yeah, the feeling is if you got a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo in your life at all in any facet, kids, relationships, you may hear from them. You may find yourself talking to somebody there again, or you may find that you're confiding in whatever these negative energies that were permeating into you while this Pluto little thing does its dance with Saturn and the Moon. There's a source of refuge through an Earth sign potentially. Okay, might even just present itself, and then you choose to align with it or not. But it could be one or the other. So there, cards for sunshine. Keep an eye on the clock. All right. I got about half an hour left, people, and I might come on a little bit later as well because I really enjoy doing this. And if you guys are around, hit the little bell button. I'll go do my nature. I'll go to the Zen garden. I'll go to my appointment. I'll come back, and we can hang out some more. Hi, Safak. How are you? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Safak was here first, seeming so or not. Misty was here on when we got all of our technological problems repaired, but before the sound cut out and the good ship Lollipop went asunder on our first attempt to go live today, Safak was there, and I was actually just getting ready to do some cards. So I'm going to pull a few more cards for you, Safak. You don't have to wait, okay? And I am sorry to Afra and Yasmin. Okay, and Himanshu, that we're just going to let Safak creep up in here. But for the rest of the people that I actually have on the list, I think we'll be able to get to everybody in this session. Okay. Oh, I saw your ex's car when you were. Oh, I'm so today. You saw your ex's car when returning. You're feeling upset. Okay, take a deep breath, Safak. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. I'm going to pull a 5D card for you. Get you a channel message to get you feeling better, okay? That's going to be how we'll throw you in there, and then we'll put your name back down on the list for more in-depth cards, okay, Safak? So you get a little treat now. Dinner, your pizza will be ready in about half an hour or maybe on this evening session when we come back, okay? Thank you for your patience, Himanshu. Appreciate you. Card fell off the top of the deck. It's for you, Safak. The phone's ringing, and it's for you. The Maiden. Look at that. The fair maiden that you are. You shouldn't be going through such a tumultuous time. You know, sometimes the wind blows. Sometimes we turn our back to the wind, and sometimes we face it against the wind. Sometimes we go full Bob Seger and we just march right into that wind. So whatever that wind is for you, if it's a person, if it's an ex-lover, if it's thought forms that tend to leave you worried, something's good. There's a secret that's going to be revealed for you in the very near future. This card is runs concurrent to the High Priestess in a regular tarot deck. This Dreams of Gaia deck has 81 cards. Talked about losing cards earlier, but this is 81. But the Maiden here is the one who knows. She's a lot wiser than she's been letting on, or a lot wiser than she's been portraying, perhaps as of late. So if this is you, it's saying tend to your needs through analytical, linear responsibility unto yourself. The Maiden just doesn't go throw it around all willy-nilly. She doesn't start crying unless there's a reason. She doesn't intermingle. Look at her intermingling with nature on this 424 Taurus day, right? Look at her planting the seeds of what she wants. There's nothing burned down. There's no rubble. There's no ruin in this card. But this is a path to the expressed good feeling, benevolent enlightenment that your life can have for you, Safak. Okay, so that's how that goes. And I feel like if you can align, you may not have to be as upset as you are letting yourself to be. Be responsible to yourself. Be responsible to your analytical mind. Be responsible to that which is around you. And it's hard because the spirit wants to journey. The spirit wants to travel. Spirit wants to go to Pluto and Saturn and back again. It wants to go much further. It wants to go further than the Hubble telescope, ironically launched today on the 424 back in 1990. But anyways, it's the Legends of Tarot. You're going to get that, right? So it's a metaphor for your journey. Expansion. Expand past that which has you feeling maybe helpless as a maiden that's alone in the forest. Okay, absolutely, absolutely. So that is there for you, Safak. And thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for everybody for showing up. I see Lex is back. Thank you, Sunshine, for highlighting that for me. We're definitely, because Lex, you missed your turn, and the way I've been rolling today with my Ace of Swords, I'm taking care of it. I'm taking care of business, as it were, and I got to set some rules. Don't like them, but I have to do it, right? So do what you got to do, because we miss Priyanka is a queen bee, and now Lex is here. We got Sunshine in. Thank you. We had to let Safak sneak in because she was there through our troubled times this morning. Oh, woe is me, right? That's that other focus that's coming in from the South Pluto station thing. It's like, when you're feeling kind of, I'm just okay, or you're really wishing things could be better. It's really that appreciation that things aren't any worse, right? How's your day? Oh, it could be better, could be worse. But we're really focusing on that appreciation of, holy crap, thank God it's not. And thank God for all the people that I share my love with. Thank God for the relationships, the security, and the sanctity of home or journey or whatever it might be. And Lex, yeah, if you are still here, you were on the list, and I'm prepared to read your cards next. Legends of Tarot 424 Taurus Day. Yeah, I'm just going to get into that real quick while I have a moment, because it came up when we pulled the card for Safak. 1833, 424, the soda fountain was patented. Good for soda pop. It makes me break out in pimples and zits, or zimples and pips. Robert Penn Warren, the poet, was born in 1905. That's huge. Shirley MacLaine and Jill Ireland, two beautiful actresses that share their birthday today. They came around the dirty 30s. Beautiful. Lucy Maud Montgomery, what a beautiful storyteller, or author, right? Barbara Streisand, born on this day as well. Believe it or not, Kelly Clarkson. Look at all that divine feminine talent that came through on this day. That's huge. And yeah, 1990. So was that 29 years ago, the Hubble left the Earth. Hubble left the Earth, and it's still traveling on. And there's a lot of speculation about how long it's going to be able to send the beautiful pictures of Pluto, or however far it's gone, the distant galaxies, how long it'll actually be able to communicate back to us. So that's a beautiful thing. Hi, Chanel. Love you. Love you. All right. Well, Lex, if you got a question, you want just a general reading, please let me know. Please be engaged when it is your turn. That helps me out a lot. You don't have to be. You can pet Fluffy, but just give me a quick sign that you're still here, because skipped you once, don't want to have to skip over you again. Chanel, do you want me to put you on the list? I'm going to do it anyways, because I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. Appreciate your contributions. I want to, again, special prayers for Tonga, but I don't know why. You might know why, because of the beautiful abundance that Misty Notarized Republic, Henry Lemongello, Awesome Herman McGuppowich, Archibald Touchdown IV had shared with us today on this willpower, this solar plexus Wednesday. And thanks for your donations yesterday, Chanel. I really appreciate you. So I'm going to put you on the list. I'll full show. Afra, yes, they are in the same lines of the way that they went. And we did Sunshine. So Afra is up next. Is that right? Is that right? Sunshine, the unofficial moderation of making sure that things are moderate. And I don't get to an extreme about missing people. Okay. Thank you, Sunshine. If I could give you a big hug and a kiss, I would. Kiss, big kiss, because we're all about the love. We're all about the benevolence here on the Legends of Tarot Daily Tarot 4424 Taurus Day. That's right. Okay, Afra, in particular, you have a question, or do you just want me to pull some cards in general for you today? See how much the energy has changed from yesterday. So far, people have been great, like Robert and somebody else said that, the reading I did for their third party, that triangulated reading, they received messages. They received texts and phone calls within the last 24 hours. And that's what I like to see happen. If there's a particular question about a third party, when that's happened, please update me with that, any information that has occurred there, because it makes it easier for tarot to present itself through me to talk to you more about it today. Okay. All right. 109. Yeah. I'm getting close on the time. We're getting close, folks. But like I said, I might come back later. If you guys are enjoying it and you want to hang out more, then that's great. We can do it. And if you're just joining me and if you're on the list and we've taken care of you, by all means, please feel free to give a thumbs up and say hello that way. Okay, Afro Princess, I'm going to get into your cards here. If there's no particular question, we're going to pull some cards for you, just like we did for Ayoun. And if you have stepped out to scratch Fluffy or scratch your butt, that's okay, because the technology, you can go back and look at it, right? And everybody that's part of our tribe knows that their empathic listening skills are always on, our intuition's always on, and we can always draw messages from the things that come through on other people's readings, because we're sharing this space and time. More so the time. We're not really sharing too much space. A little bit. We got a cool avenue, a cool channel on. Ellie Jane, how do I get on the list? You're just be present and you state it as such. I'm not sure if you popped in or out, but I'll be completely 100% honest with you, Ellie Jane. I didn't throw you on the list the first time that I saw you initially send a message, but you are on there now. Please check it. Please check it. Chanel, Ellie. That's what I got. That's what I got too. Yasmin, Afra, yeah. That's a verbatim, Sunshine, for what I got. That's cool. Our analytical minds speaking in unison. Let me wet the whistle over here. We'll get going. All right. Afra's here. She loves her free readings. So whether she's present in the chat or not, I'm going to go ahead like I did for Ayoun. Pull the cards, and then if we have to hit rewind on the Betamax or the VHS, then we have to. And for those of you that are too young to remember that, we used to put our movies into like a tape player, like a cassette tape player. You'd have to rewind it before you took it back to the store. They get mad at you. Wouldn't let you read that. Chanel C, yes, I do. Right after Himanshu, then I have Chanel and Ellie Jane. Ellie Jane, of course. Okay, cutting your cards, Afra. I'm cutting your cards. Yeah, you are next. I'm cutting your cards right now. What was so annoying? Oh, it made this sound. It was like, and it probably took like, back in the days when the machines were first new, it would take like almost 5 minutes for like a 2-hour movie to go, and like you'd have to rewind it, especially if it was your favorite movie, or like if you were a kid watching Disney Princess, and it was like you watch Beauty and the Beast and you just want to watch it again and again. You'd have to wait, because you didn't do, after a kid, you got up and you left, you go do your other thing, and then you're like, I want to watch the movie again, and then you turn on and it'd be at the end, but you have to wait 5 minutes for the thing to go right? Just like Pluto and Saturn going but it's oftentimes so far out there we don't hear the background noise, but they are coming up conjunct with the moon tomorrow actually, sorry, and Pluto is going stationary. Pluto's putting on the brakes. I'm going to put on the brakes right now and ask Afro Princess what's coming for me in relationship with my love with Omar the Pisces. And the answer is a problem that needs to be or will be solved. The magician is here to say, ta-da, or eureka, or this is what's been grinding. This is what that background noise has been all about. This is the clarity that we so seek, that we need to discuss, okay? What's coming for you in the love life. The magician can also mean a gift, because, you know, a magician, like the rabbit out of the hat is the gift, or like the bouquet of flowers coming out of the sleeve is a gift. So this is like you're being handed something, or you be gifted with something. Maybe it's presents, maybe it's more, maybe it's something material, okay? But that's the magician up in the overall energy. We'll take 3 more cards for you, Afra, and see where it's at, see where the energy's at for you today. 2 of Swords. Chances are somebody needs to make a decision as to what level of sharing is going to occur here. Things could be clouded, or you might not have easy time seeing into it due to some space or to decisions that are not have not been in alignment to you. The creation of thought forms or doubt could be at risk here as well in terms of your relationship with Omar. Okay, make sure you're staying current. Make sure you're not letting the energy flip too far back into social media, texting, the length of duration in between calls. 2 of Swords is saying here, make the decision to keep it current. Communication and thought forms, expression, okay? Make sure you're telling the story. Make sure you're getting out of spirit and out into the known, into the etheric, into his conscious mind, Omar's conscious mind, okay? 3 of Swords up here as well. And don't manifest anything negative. Don't worry about cheating, infidelity that has not occurred yet, or the downside. Avoid pessimism at this time, Afra. It's a warning. It's like absolutely avoid pessimism, because the law of attraction is always on. It doesn't turn off when we stop listening to Abraham Hicks and thinking about the law of attraction. It's always on, or Teal Swan, or whoever you listen to, or whoever brings you those messages. Okay. Do not worry. Do not have pessimism. It's very important for you at this time to avoid the negative aspects of creating that which you don't want through a subconscious fear or over determination about something. Okay. I don't know why you might be worrying, or why he might be worrying. Is it possible, after that, he might be worrying about you having another romance, another love? Is that possible? Because this is saying stay current in your communication, so that the worry or the doubt does not creep in. There is worry or doubt. Okay, so that's huge. That's huge, right? And these are general cards for you. I shuffled the deck before you posed the question when we initially called your name. So I'm sorry if they're not aligning to or perfectly, if you're not able to intuit on your end what the cards are saying. I do apologize for that. Okay, and you love each other. Okay, well, that's good. It's good to have. And the energy around you will be slow mooning. So if you're keeping it current, then this is just saying stay the course, stay in love. Keep the good times rolling, as it were. Don't let worry. Why question it? If it's good, why question it? That's the other side of things too, right? What do the cards mean, please? Well, as stated, the chariot. I lost them in the Afra. We might have not had a day where you and I were supposed to align. It's been kind of in and out. The magician, yeah, stay focused, yeah, and positive. And actually, Sunshine's right, super intuitive. If you were thinking about the reading in terms of your question or your relationship with Omar, knowing that you love each other the whole time, go back, watch it again, look at the cards. So yeah, your magician is your resourcefulness, could mean a gift, could mean something like that. I can't do the reading twice. You'll just have to go back and look at it. I'm sorry, Afra. I really do apologize. My heart goes out to you if you're experiencing any kind of doubt or any kind of worry or concern. You said that you're not, which is good, but the cards told me otherwise. So the dance we do, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna foxtrot now instead of waltz. Okay. So thank you, Afro Princess. I hope that you can go back and take something from that. Okay. Thank you. Hello, Anchel. How are you today? Thank you for joining the program. We're winding down a little bit, but I might be back sooner than people think. If you would like, Anchel, please do feel welcome. And we're doing free readings out of the benevolence of everybody's heart here, and in the case of Misty Lemon Jello, noted out of abundance. So we thank her for that. I just want to call you Henry Lemon Jello. I'll just call you Misty. How about that? You tell me. You can call me anything, but late for dinner. You paid. Just kidding. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you. I hope you feel welcome here. And thank you, Sunshine, for unofficially moderating for us, keeping an eye on things in terms of the order in the chat. I got my Ace of Swords out here today. I'm keeping track as well. Okay. Are you crying or are you laughing? I felt like doing a little bit of both already today. And what is right? We haven't even had breakfast yet. Is that what he says? I don't mean to copy him, but we were talking about Ralph and the Infinite Waters a little bit earlier today, and what a smile that puts on a guy's face. It's really good. Okay, you want to know about your career, and you've applied to a few colleges. Will it be a yes or no? We'll definitely get into that, and shall. But right now, I'm going to have to write your name down because you're new here, which is awesome, and we want to welcome you. But I got a list going here. You can see a list of names of people that have been in line that come for the sharing of the benevolence of the free reading. Excuse me. All right. And maybe even if I'm just keeping your pet puppy company, I don't mind. I'll give him a reading. We should specialize. Pet readings on 4244 Taurus, solar plexus. I wish it was a Tuesday because then we roll off the tongue even better, but it's not. We can't play with it on that level. But we're celebrating it. We've created a new holiday. It's for farmers. It's for the old farmers, for our seniors, for our veterans, for those that have been in communion with Gaia the longest. I feel that, Misty, we have to give a shout out to those that came before us, our ancestors, our grandparents, our parents, things like that, and all that nature. Right? That's at 424. A special thank you to the old farmer. It's like it's a metaphor. It's not really a metaphor. It's a, what is this? Ideal? No, it's not ideal. It's has a special name. It's a symbol. It's a symbol. The old farmer as a symbol, right? Ode to a cow. I'd write a poem called Ode to a Cow. Thank you for being a cow. Cow. All right, gonna slow my roll. Gotta slow my mindset with a quick breath of not so fresh air. I quit smoking recently, and the vape, I hope, is not long term. I enjoy it right now. It still relaxes me, but eventually, I'm hoping to be without it one day. Especially, it's tough to golf while you're doing this. Okay, so we've got Afra now. That means we have Yasmin, if she is still here, and then Himanshu, Chanel, Ellie Jane, and then if you would like, Anshal, we will put you on the list. Anshal, please correct me if I'm not saying it right. If you know how to spell things phonogenetically, please type them in, because I can recognize that language and hopefully be able to not butcher the word so much, right? Rough go for us Canadians. We're allowed to butcher stuff. We're probably not saying it properly to begin with, so it's like, okay, well, we'll just make it worse and at least get you to smile, right? Oh, Afra, I'm sorry we didn't connect. Thank you, Sunshine, for bridging that gap that existed between us today, right? It's almost correct. I want to say the A twice. Anshal, and of course it's like we're channeling from northwestern Canada right now, so we're on the other side of the world. So it could be magnetic nodes affecting things of that nature. Okay, Yasmin, are you here? Yasmin. Okay, quick time check. Okay, guys, I'm really winding down. Yasmin, Himanshu, and then Chanel, Anshel, and Eljane. I might have to get you after my appointment with Destiny and Nature. So my heart goes out to you for that. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your song. Thanks to everybody for contributing today, right? I need something ritualistic, and maybe you guys can type it in if you have any good ideas. We should do something a little bit ritualistic for the closing of the program. Because as I create, it's never a finished product to me, but it always has like that Winnie the Pooh moment where you don't want to say goodbye, even though you'll see them tomorrow, right? Or how you feel for a dog when you go to work and the dog's waiting there when you left, and it's waiting for you there when you got home. Okay, it's like that kind of feeling. So if you guys have any good ideas of things we could do as a group, to put a little ritual or to put a little ceremony or symbology behind the end of our live streams and our time together, and go forward and do it. Yasmin, Himanshu, are you there? Himanshu, come on in. Come on in. Right, yes. And then we'll check back for Isa, Priyanka, and Lex. Hello. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Sir, please tell me, does hashtag Kriti love me? Does she consider me? Will we ever be together? Anshel, I will let you know, but I will let you know in the divine timing that has become manifest of our Ace of Swords, that is keeping track today. Keeping rules, right? Keep an order, an orderly start. One night in Toronto, with its checkerboard floors, riding on horseback and keep an orderly start, till the man they couldn't hang stepped to the mic and sang, and their voice rang out with that Aryan twang. Oh yeah, it was in Bob Cajun where I saw the constellations reveal themselves one star at a time. Beautiful. It's tragic. It's tragically hip. It's tragically cool. Gord Downey, we love you. You are our legend. And thank you for a little bit of intermittent relief. We haven't done any refreshment segments. We're going to be capping this live stream in about 2.5 hours. So, oh, hi, Lex. You are here. Would you like me to pull some cards for you, Lex? You actually are up next. If you have a question or if you want a general reading. I am Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Venus. I have a couple other planets in Scorpio that I'm unwilling to reveal. And my ascendant is Virgo. My ascendant is Virgo. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's okay. Pop in, pop out. Go pet Fluffy. Spend your time with Dexter, your dog. Your guys' time is valuable. And Sunshine, thank you for being so present and attentive here. And Lex, life is busy. If you have, since you're in and out, I'm going to pull cards for you, regardless. So you might have to rewind to catch your cards. And I'm going to do it in a general reading style, seeing as you didn't pose a question. No, that's fine. That's fine. Totally. Life happens to all of us, right? We want to affect things more than being affected. That's a huge theme for today. 424 Taurus Day, and Pluto becoming stationed in conjunction with the moon. It's huge. There's a lot going on. It's affecting us all differently. Okay. How to stop the hate in my life and jealousy. Okay. So that's what the Pluto station is bringing forward to you. And especially with Jupiter in retrograde, everything's like, look at it now. It wants to affect you. It wants to show you. So this is a direct mirror to how close are you into time, to space, to darkness, to the underworld, to the paranormal, to positive, negative energies. How much are you affecting versus how much have you affected? That's what I feel really going on here, Lex. It's kind of like the mirror for you. It could be the mirroring, and I really feel like if there's jealousy and hate coming in, it's like, to what level are you subconsciously allowing? You might be fighting it off in the 3D, in the physical, but there might be some like opening or some back door that the energy is using to say, I'm going to keep interjecting hateful or jealous people into your life until you learn this lesson, until you smarten up, until you learn to close this gate, right? Sailor Pluto in the Sailor Moon story. That's huge, right? The gatekeeper of time, space, darkness, and the underworld. It's hugely aware right now with this Pluto station. Okay, and everybody's experiencing it differently. Eyes are like us, but we're gonna pull some cards for you. Okay, Lex, appreciate it, and I wish you all the best. When you're working with tarot and when you're doing readings and growing your channel, that your enjoyment, that you're in a place of bliss and peace and abundance and prosperity and joy and happiness and the things we wish all people all the time on this channel. Because even if the jealousy and the hate is coming in based on what you do or based on who you are or things that you have done, you can remain poised in a position where you are focused on the ever-present now and the benevolence in it, in that present journey. Okay, Amanshu, you're next. We're just pulling some cards here because Lex had been stepping in and out, and she's been here throughout most of the afternoon. Sorry, that's just the rules I'm keeping today. It's the timetable I'm keeping. Hopefully nobody is too butt sad. Or at least more butt sad than I am, because I'm butt sad because I have to go soon. Because I like being here. I really like being here. All right. Cutting your cards now, Lex. Cutting your cards. All right. What's going on? What's going on with you? Queen of Pentacles reverse. There's the jealousy. It's foremost. It's like right in your environment. It's like right at your front door. The feeling is almost like an earth sign. Even family member could be a root cause or a root of a problematic mirroring relationship right now. I don't know if you got siblings or parents or children close to you in your life that are like right at the front doorstep. This is kind of like, this is a situation I feel that there's been a lack of willingness to return to a difficult conversation with somebody that could be that opening. That could be that reasoning why you're experiencing mirrored effects of hate and jealousy coming in. It's time to take a peek in at the skeletons of the closet and say, what can we clean out this go around? What can we clean out of this particular Pluto station? Can we know something that we haven't known yet? It is a time for observation of that. Source kind of takes a peek in on us, says, how are we doing? How are you doing? And all these bad things could be occurring all around us. And you're peering back out in the darkness saying, I just don't know. What's next? What's the next steps, right? And so it's about finding out, taking a peek into that closet and saying what skeletons are in there, what can be mended at this time, or what doesn't even need to be mended. I'll just throw it out. And then once you have the closure on it, then you close that door, you close that opening to that hate and that jealousy that wants to come in. This could definitely be an earth sign person that's causing a real stir up, a real like Capricorn, Virgo type thing. It's causing a real stir up. Somebody that you might have had conflict or a fight with, where it's like you were once really close and now you're really far apart, and there hasn't been a communication about some sort of forgiveness or some sort of reattunement, realignment to the value of the relationship. Okay, and so the peripheral relationships, maybe the negative jealous people that come to you for readings, right? Because your readings by Lex, maybe you're seeing a lot of that and you're picking it out and you're like, ooh, that didn't feel good, that didn't feel right. Well, that person just sucked a big one for saying that to me, right? Like, why, right? And it's because the peripheral ones are like the butterfly effect. They're the individual microcosms of the macrocosm between one important particular relationship. Okay, and that kind of looks at why, but we'll pull 3 more cards for you, see what's going on. Things have either recently really slowed down or perhaps need to slow down. You may need to take some time for yourself if you are an earth sign, Lex, or if you have earth signs around you that are pushing things to move forward too quickly. This will be a time at the end of April here where you will be evaluating relationships, and you will be growing and prospering because due to certain relationships that are closening. And by closening, it's the best word I have for like drawing closer to one another, and other relationships that are have been severed, have been moved far apart, right? People have traveled away from them. It's almost like getting the heck out of Dodge. Somebody like packed up and bolted and left, and there was no like answer or reasoning why. So I feel like look for people that are wanting to communicate to you certain aspects of reconnection, reconfiguration, and forgiveness, right? The court cards are come out here because they say, like, when you get a lot of court cards in a reading, you got sometimes a lot of like people in your immediate environment, like family members, close friends, things like that. People in nature, the way they are being, that they're wanting to express to you, but they might not just be woke. They might not absolutely not know how to do it, right? So remember, this is about your journey. This is about you being a part of the dance, being a part of all these people. You pull from here, you give to that, you grow from this, and you protect yourself from that, right? Those are the kind of things that Source is showing you. And unfortunately, you're suffering on a level, and suffering is not bad. It's just Buddha. It's Buddha doing his thing, right? You're suffering it in a realization of negativity and jealousy being pushed upon you, thrown upon you, right? So you can't take it. It's always a matter of pulling yourself up out of the dirt, shaking yourself off, or simply you might need to find yourself putting up a wall. You might need to put a boundary, set a barrier when you become in recognition to that, and do it on a subconscious level. So it's not like it doesn't affect you, then you have a knee-jerk reaction, then you do something about it. This is more so like I recognize it before it happens, so that when it does happen, it's like, who cares? It's already yesterday, and you just don't even know it yet, right? So I'm not going to get too wrapped up in it. Separation of self from it. You've got a decision to make as well, Lex. 2 of Swords is up here now on the board for you. Says, what are you going to do with the information that you've been given? What are you going to do with the time that you've been given? How are you going to allow your thought forms to get involved in whether maybe they're melodramas or maybe they're people that are drawing away, and how much attention, focus, and intention are you going to give for your own personal path, right? Matters of mental health, matters of physical health. These are choices. These are the subconscious little choices that pass us by day in, day out. And if we don't align with them, if we're not in recognition of them, it's okay. We can get there tomorrow. But the sooner that we do align with them and recognize them, the quicker we can say, all right, I've attained a certain comfort or level of mastery with that, so that I do not need to be as affected when things come in of that particular nature. Okay? This is coming up for a lot of people today, huh? Chariot card, boom, boom, boom. Don't worry, Pluto's going to hit the brakes. It's going to stop. The port is coming into the dock. The boat is coming into the dock. The train is coming into the station. It's like checking on everybody, making sure this little corner of the universe is okay. And Pluto's going to hit the gas again. Or somebody's going to pour some more coal in the furnace, and boom, boom, boom. reverse, throw it in reverse and step on the gas. That's what Pluto's going to do as it grows retrograde here. So we're going to be able to see this happening in our lives. Then we're going to be given the opportunity to reflect upon it and uncover our own esoteric, etheric, paranormal, phenomenal things that occur within ourselves. And we may see those areas of our life beginning to clear up, and we may come to a great point of self-discovery and stability as a result of it. Okay, so not the worst cards in the world, given what you're dealing with, Lex, but this is a call to your attention and your intention. Okay, all right, love it. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for stopping in, for joining in. Okay, hope that resonated. Hope you were able to get something good out of that. All right, I think I got time for one more, you guys, and then I've got to say goodbye for a few hours, or maybe the day. I don't know yet. Depends on my stability. I got to go out and chase down Pluto myself and being like, ooh, what do I got to do here? Where do I need to figure it out? Stuff like that, right? And if you guys, I don't do personal readings, but if you look for them, I know that maybe even Lex has good touch with the cards. Excuse me. If you look on my channel, ooh, here comes the gas. Maybe Pluto's like, stop eating so much food. Maybe that's my little thing. Moonlight Scorpio and Frankie Tunstall, the people I've highlighted on my channel page, are people that I put my trust in terms of I publicly subscribe to, where I receive the best information that I'm aligned with. So, and it's about that. You may find, like, if you're paying for readings, or if you're dibble-dabbling with different readers, maybe you're watching a lot of different tarot readers, right? Which we've all done at certain times. It's like, make sure that the person doing that for you is right for you. It's not always a thing. We saw that little disconnect between me and Afra today in terms of our timing and stuff. It's not always going to be perfect, mind you, right? But we can always be in awareness. Like, it's the same, whether it's New Age tarot, whether it's ascension energy and conversations in here in our little Zen garden, or whether it's maybe more of a serious relationship with a doctor, a counselor, a dentist. You know, speaking of which, man, I got smoked in the side of the face. I got to go deal with that today. I'd rather be here chatting with you. All right. Please do it for me. What? I don't do it for you? I thought I was doing it for you. I'm not doing it for you. If I'm not doing it for you, please allow me to do it for you. Because that's why I'm here, out of the benevolence of our heart. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on 424 Taurus, Legends of Tarot dot right now. That's what's happening. We're celebrating farmers. We're celebrating our connection to Gaia and agriculture today. This is that kind of day in history. That's kind of day on the calendar. Speaking of calendar, one of those old farmers by name, I keep this book handy, Robert B. Thomas. We're celebrating his birthday. The longest tenured published book in American history is the Old Farmer's Almanac, and the guy that created it was an astronomer, and he was born on this day back in, I think, 1766. I don't want to give you disinformation. Just let me look at the year to make sure I got it right. Because 1766, yeah. So this is, it's numerology, very cool. And he did that, and just to all of the farmers, and for what you do, and for whatever struggle you might be going for. Imagine yourself as the one of many in a crop, or of a herd, or of us as a collective, and our relationship, our marriage with Gaia. Okay, got the Lola. Thanks, reading by Lex. I hope you were able to glean from that what you needed to. Okay. Hello, we're channeling tarot. We're spitting tarot from Northwest Canada. It's actually not a bad day out there. I got to get out there soon. So Lex came in, and then Yasmin, if she's not there, we will get to Himanshu, and then I'm probably going to have to call it. All you amazing peeps, I'm probably going to have to call it for a little bit. Yasmin, are you here? I think we called for her once before. And I can't give up on Isa or Priyanka. On the off chance that you're here, Isa, Priyanka, speak now or wait till later. What did the Ace Ventura, what did Jim Carrey say at Ace Ventura? He's like, if I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. Right? That kind of thing. Sunshine. I love the little wheat socks that you got going on there. It is. It's the year. If we were in charge, if we were running the ship right now, we'd create a brand new holiday today and say thank you, we appreciate you, and we would maybe lobby the government to give a day of rest, or a day of recognition, or a day of appreciation to those that are out there driving in the fields, driving the herds, driving the economy through our food. Thank you so much, farmers. Thank you so much. And I'm glad the connection with Misty off the top of the reading, the effect snowballed by what she presented, not just through the donation, but what she's presented in the chat about what was going on the farms and the relief and stuff like that. I was a little bit concerned. I was like, there's not much legend going on 424. But because of her and because of her abundance of spirit, she brought in this whole snowball of things of being like, let's make it this day about this situation, this connection with Gaia, because we know it's there. We celebrate Earth Day on spring equinox, and then again on the 22nd of April. But 424 really has that connection to that Earth base. That Taurus season is alive now. You want a dose of heavy Earth element, you're getting it today. Right? Hopefully you don't fall down in the mud puddle. My hope is that does not occur to you. Maybe just reach down, grab some fresh soil, kick your shoes off, run your toes through the blades of grass. Okay. Those are the things that you can do. It doesn't have to be ritualistic, doesn't have to be every time. But if you're feeling disconnected, if you have any worry, if you have any Three of Swords energy up in your environment and stuff, go out, get grounded, right? It's a willpower, it's a solar plexus Wednesday, but also has connections right now to the etheric, the crown, and the root are all active and all looking for that progress today. Lots of chariot cards coming up, sevens. Yesterday we had sevens of cups, today 7 of wands coming up today, right? That sort of thing. And don't forget about the 7 of pentacles, the 7 of diamonds. That card reflects agriculture in its utmost. We haven't seen it today. Interesting, eh? Hopefully I didn't drop it behind the table or the desk. I was telling that story earlier as well. I think Himanshu has left the building, so I'll put her on the sidelines. We're gonna sub her out. She must have just had to go. That's too bad. Chanel, are you still here? Oh no. Yeah, Chanel, are you still here? Seems like other people have gone. I'm eagerly waiting for my turn. You got two. Oh, Himanshu is here. Sorry, Anshel. You joined the program a little bit late. It's my fault. I was on a little bit early today, but you are new here, and I want to appreciate you and welcome you and express to you my appreciation of the fact that you are here. Okay. Himanshu, please tell me, do Kriti, #Kriti, love me. Does she consider you? Will you ever be together? Okay, Himanshu, let's have a look. Let's get some energy. We're going to focus in on this one. This is going to be our last one for the day, and then I got to bounce for a little while, at the very least. I got to go take care of some things. I wish I could stay with you. I wish I could stay with all of you. I love all of you. Hurt by the cold, so hard and lonely too, when you don't know yourself. Little Red Hot Chili Peppers coming in for us too, to guide us into the next reading as my brain takes a breather. All right, I will keep the next reading time for next time. I absolutely will. And Chanel, if you're still here before the end of the program, in between this reading, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna cut a little card for you, and then I'm gonna cut a little corner to get to where I need to go, because I appreciate the contributions that you left for the channel yesterday, and those things don't go out of my awareness. When that abundance is shared on that level, it's the most meaningful. But I have to pause now for station identification. I think I got a flipped. Maybe not. Maybe my eyes are just going wonky. Okay, maybe not. We all good. I cannot do this to you. Oh, sorry, Anshel. Tell you what, if Chanel doesn't come, I can maybe flip a card for you. It's there. It's the 4 of Swords. I thought I was going crazy. It's there. It's the 4 of Swords. Maybe not. Yeah, it is there. It's the 4 of Swords. Okay, we got that taken care of. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. Randy, are you old enough to remember Chef Boyardee? Is Chef Boyardee still a thing in the Western world? Is there just so much processed that everybody gave up on it? Was that the stuff that was manufactured and not farmed? Let's take a look at that for a hot minute. The food that comes naturally from our earth versus what is like GMO'd these days and processed. if you worry why negative, weird, or wacky things might be going on, ask yourself a question like, what are you putting into your etheric? What are you putting into your body right now? Back when I was a kid, cheese would go moldy in 2 weeks. Now a block of cheese that comes off the factory line will stay in my fridge for like almost a month before it turns blue. I'm like, well, how is that? Sorry, Misty Flores. Yeah, so we want that natural food. We don't want that Chef Boyardee. That's what we do. But thank goodness for it. Thank goodness that the contrast can make us aware of it, right? Oh, Henry Lemon Jello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being so awesome. So awesome. Okay. Hashtag Creety. Hello, Creety. Like Creety. Creety. I want to say it like that. I don't know why I want to say it. She's beautiful. She has a beautiful voice, doesn't she, Himanshu? Something about her and the way she presents in the etheric is very beautiful. It's very boisterous. It's very she's like a songbird who sings, right? And you guys are both on a current path. The timelines might not be juxtaposing perfectly parallel for you, which is leading to confusion. It's like she's running over there doing this and you're running over there doing this thing. And then it's like you try to make time for each other. And then it's like, or your thoughts, as you meditate in her direction, you might be feeling a void. You might be feeling it because there's too much focus on her behalf in the 3D, or she might not be connecting on that etheric plane, which hopefully we can get to the nature of that cause. We're about to cut the cards for you, Himanshu. Okay. Himanshu. All right. Okay. The American accent. Okay. I will give this reading to you then in a Canadian accent. I will remember to enunciate. Try to remember to slow down. I drink a lot of coffee, mind you. All right. Fair grow. I wish. I love McDonald's coffee too much. Right. But one day we'll get there. Collectively, we'll get there one day. Okay. Himanshu, 8 of Pentacles. Okay. There may be a lack of focus, or someone might be working too hard for the finer recognition of putting energy and attention into pursuing a relationship. This person is so overly focused, or the opposite could be true. They could be so far withdrawn and going through a healing process because of something that happened in their world that they are not wanting to pursue a relationship at present time. I feel that consideration, as you worded it, and hopefully that's right, given our language barrier, as you put it, I feel that the acknowledgement, the consideration is there, but there is a lack of focus. There's no set value or worth to spending thoughts and energies in it, maybe right now for her, okay, or for you. If you're separated by a long distance, it requires a lot of work or a lot of space or significant get up and go action to make anything happen, okay? So it's kind of sad to see that. My heart goes out to you, Himanshu, to see that there. Not sure if she's an earth sign, but again, this is showing up, right? Is it one of those situations where it's like you may have liberated each other, but it may be very painstaking to see the other person living their life, in parallel and maybe not as star-crossed lovers? That might be very difficult to see. It might be very tough, like a tough pill to swallow, a tough lump. But the Queen of Pentacles is here saying, again, this is too much focus on details, right? It reaffirms the Queen is up for 8 here now. And it is. It's like the increased focus on moving forward, okay, and the busyness of life and the production value of whatever it is that you're doing. Somebody, an entrepreneur here, starting their own business, pouring all of their energy and effort into career or a business where it has closed the door to the amount of consideration or the amount of reflection that as time is left or energy is left for the relationship. Chanel's back. Good. More pentacles on the board now, Himanshu. Okay. 3D stuff going on. Something is out of balance between a work-life balance, work-family balance that requires attention, that would require repair. We got pentacles reverse up galore now. Pennies from heaven. Money's falling from the sky here. And what are we doing about it? We're just like so overwhelmed sometimes, or we're way too focused that things that could have come out of balance. Something could have occurred that have not been fair. A third party might have interjected into this relationship and has drawn somebody away with promises. It could be like of a material nature even, all right? Tough cards to see here, Wanshu. But I'll give it to you authentic, give it to you straight, right? We don't sugarcoat. Take your power back, right? Don't worry too much about her. Let her be the songbird who sings her beautiful voice. And if she chooses to fly back to you and sing it to you, revel in that beautiful atmosphere when that time happens. But in the meantime, take your power back. Take control above and beyond this situation, because this card is showing me that there's nothing you can do about it. Sorry. It's just, tarot's blunt sometimes. Tarot's blunt sometimes, right? So there we have it, Himanshu. And I hope, my heart goes out to you, because we can't always be with the one we love. And we can always love the one we're with. We can't always do that either. Who am I kidding? You can't do that. But Himanshu, my heart goes out for you, because it is. These cards are really saying, let's get back on track to work-life balance, to attend to spiritual matters, and take your power back, take control, some power back. And then if that's a situation where her consideration of you is flexing, it's going back and forth, you will arrive at a point where you are more attractive in her eyes, because you have reattained a certain temperance or temperament back into your way or your life. Okay. So that's there. Chanel, I have got to go. But before I do, I'm going to pull a 5D card for you. Focus will be for you, and everybody else will be able to take from it, because it's a 5D card. But the focus will be for you, because you were up next, but the program has to end. Priyanka is a queen bee. We'll have to wait until next time. And as well, Ellie Jane, and Anshal, much love, a lot of respect, a lot of appreciation for you, Himanshu. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of it today. And if you hit the thumbs up or the bell button, you'll know, because I've been going live quite frequently. So if you missed out on your readings today, be sure to do those two things, and then you can be assured I'm going to keep this list as people fill in the room. Obviously, we'll read for them in the present moment when that stuff happens. But as soon as you present yourself in the chat, we can adjust the names. I might do something with the backspace here to like put a chart of names, or maybe some post-it notes or something. Help me keep it so it's like we have it running, and we can have it running later. Thank you to the Ace of Swords for helping me out today. Thank you to the Two of Cups that's been helping me today. Thank you to all of you that have helped out today. I'm going to the dentist, so I got to leave. And thank you to the abundance of Misty and her sharing and her gift of that release, of that flow. The dental bill won't be as hard to swallow, and I thank you for that. Because if I can't talk, we can't do readings. Okay, so thank you to everyone, to Henry Lemongello for the big donation today. It was a highlight of the program for me. And all the talk of the Taurus and Pluto, we're going to keep that rolling as well as we get moving on. I'm going to look, Misty, about what's going on in Tonga and that brackish backwater and things like that. I'd like to know more for myself, but for now, I'm going to do it. I'm going to send the vibes and the appreciation and the love energy and blindness, because I feel that there is a purity in me not knowing exactly. You explain it to me on some degree, right? And but in the sort of the aspect of what it is. Okay, I gotta go. I have to go. One card, please, for the group and for Chanel from the 5D Dreams of Gaia Tarot. One last channel message for this session today. I might come back later. Maybe back. See how bad the dentist beats me up. Somebody knocked me over here. Dentist is going to knock it back together. All right. Two of Earth, the Two of Coins. It's kind of how the day started. Kind of like how the day will go down. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your needs today. If you're hungry, eat. If you're tired, sleep. Don't feel guilt about either one of those things as you do them. You're the natural process. You are the part of the crop that is growing, that is ripening, that is producing. You are a guy. You are a child of Gaia, and you are a sprout and a blessing to all of us as one of the children, right? Brothers and sisters that we all are. We necessarily can sometimes get caught up in the rigmarole of what goes down and what needs to happen or what we think we should happen, but remain as married to the earth as you can on this day. Okay. And Chanel, if you do have much on the go, if it's in terms of thought forms, responsibilities, things that you have to do like Pluto's doing. Put on the brakes. You just grind it to a halt. You can catch your bearings, and you can go again with recharged energy, or at least from a new place of perspective, right? Because it's like the juggler is juggling in the Two of Pentacles or the Two of Diamonds. It is somewhat balanced, but the juggler is not really paying attention to that which she is juggling. She's not looking at the eggs. She's looking out into the ether. She's looking back out into that darkness, which is Source looking in on you, getting a glimpse of one another, getting an appreciation, getting a respect for it. So keep Gaia in your thoughts. Keep the earth in your thoughts as that happens for you today, okay? And Chanel, there was a focus there for you, but I will read your cards more in depth next time we get together. And we don't have a closing ritual for the show. All I know is I've got to get moseying on. I got to get hoofing her. I got to get giving her as we do up here. You know, I got to go for a rip kind of thing and take care of stuff. Thank you all for being here. Ellie Jane, you are up too, right off the hop on the next program. And on Shell, if you get the notification, you're up right at the top of the list. Sunshine, thank you for being here. Misty, Henry Limongello, Archibald, touchdown, the fourth, Notary Republic. We thank you and we appreciate you. We want to wish you an awesome day. Chanel wants to wish you an awesome day. All the people that make it so much fun. Safak, Afra, everyone that we come in here, we read for in the benevolence, and we get a chance to sit around and chat and share blessings and share with each other. And we really want to appreciate you and thank you guys for being here. Like I said, I got to bounce. We'll see you real soon. Okay? Promise. Okay. We're ending. Bye. See you. Love you. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. As long as I hit the button. Yeah. End the stream.